Is it on now?
Are we back?
Oh, technology loves to work when it loves to work. So, I'm just trying to straighten some things out here with the stupid stream. Technology is a wonderful thing when it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think we are up and live now because our preview is a little bit delayed. So I'm not 100% sure, but can you all hear us? Can you all see us? And what do you think? My live stream says that we are good and that we are back and we are live.
Yeah, the camera shut off when the intro was almost done.
Right. So just to let you guys know, we are in our studio right now. We finally were able to get it to work. Let's tell them a little bit about that first, the nightmare we had to go through. We had to have our internet provider come to our home and rewire.
Yes.
And so I can directly connect our internet into the back of my super duper Mac that we have. They kept telling me on the phone that it was our computer, and guess what? It wasn't. And we are trying to live stream using our 4K camera.
I know, we got everything hooked up. We got the camera hooked up instead of going through the camera on the computer. Kevin's got he's got fancy things here you can't see.
Yeah, I got fancy things, so I'll just show them.
Okay.
But address what's going on in chat.
Oh, Ron Kalovi, thank you for the super chat. You know, Ron, I swear to God, you weren't going to stop cooking and baking for the last...
I know, cut it out.
How many days? And when am I going to get a piece of that pie?
So basically, you guys, I want to thank. There were two guys. Remember the guys that gave us a little bit of a donation a while back? Oh God, I should have written down their names.
Oh my God, why do you bring up people's names when you don't remember?
Anyways, we used their gift card.
Yes.
Towards some equipment that we've been trying to get to work since then, and it's been a very long time. And so one of the things was CamLink, and that is how you can use your camera, your high definition camera, as a webcam. So we purchased that, and I also got this little handy dandy thing. It's called a Stream Deck. And what I can do now is just push a little button and change things around with the live stream. So it makes my job a little bit easier, right? Because I'm always clicking and doing things. And
which in turn makes my life a lot easier.
Yeah, it makes him a little nervous when I do that.
Oh my God, I'm like, don't touch it, it's going to break.
So did you think,
Ron? Yes, I did. And reminded him that he still owes me a piece of pie. But thank you, Mary Miller, for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Very sweet, thank you.
So we want to first start out by
saying hello to
everyone. So who's in chat today?
Well, the first person who came in on the chat was Cheryl Renaud. Cheryl was #1 in the chat.
So congratulations on that, Cheryl.
Yay!
And just to let you know, I was who you were talking to, because I know we often get that when we're chatting back and forth with people. Oh, thanks, John.
John Gorman.
John Gorman gave us a super chat, too.
Thank you.
Greetings from Lexington, Kentucky. Now, we're also using a lot of new things today.
Yeah.
We're using the Stream Deck, we're using the camera, and we're also using our regular mic packs. So I hope our sound is good, because you never really know. I can only adjust it so much and figure it out before we go live. So I hope you can hear us, okay? We wanted to say that we have, at the beginning of this live stream, well, the last time I took, let me get rid of this. This is driving me nuts. I wasn't sure that the live stream was on, so I put the laptop up and see. So we're going,
and I keep snuck in to check.
I keep seeing myself, and it's driving me insane. But look how grainy Okay, so if that happens again, I'm going to switch to the webcam. I'm really sorry. I already set up a second camera so that we can switch to that. I don't know why that keeps going out.
It never did that before.
So I'm not sure. So why don't you talk to the people, and I'm going to go over there and look at some stuff.
Oh, gosh.
So I will be right back.
All right. So anyways, let me see if I can say hi to everyone and go down the list, because we know that Cheryl was here first, but there's so many people.
So if I touch this, do you see that on your screen?
Oh yes, I do see that on our screen. Oh, now I see me. Oh, that's frightening. But let's see. Let's see. Cheryl.
Nothing like a live show.
I know. But I want to say hi to DeCorby Desiree. Oh, there's Kevin's hand.
There's
Get
my
out of the way. I'm
hand.
trying to say hello because welcome to the live stream, and she is 2 months and 22 days away from her wedding. Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials. Awesome. And we have...
You know what I'm wondering?
We have... Oh, I can't see. Gosh. I'd hate when this is so far away. But those of you that use letters, you're making it difficult for me. So let me see if I can see. Is it JLRKRB?
I'm going to put this in.
Welcome.
I'm going to put this in
Tony
the camera
Wilson.
and see if it works.
And Chantel, welcome. And let's see. Gavin. Oh, yeah, I saw Gavin. Gavin Till from the UK. I also saw that Sean Harrison from the UK was here, but we did see that he had to run back. He was apparently working, and his boss was in the area, so he had to step away from us.
Can you still see?
No, it's a blank screen. Isn't that crazy? I hope everyone can still hear me yakking away.
Well, I put in an SD card. To see if maybe that would work.
Maybe, is that why it kept shutting off? Because it doesn't recognize that there's anything going on?
I don't know, because it says it's in standby mode.
Oh, that's weird. Margot, woohoo for you. First time here on live. Welcome.
Okay, you guys keep talking with Frank.
And,
you're gonna lose Frank's face for a second, and you're gonna see all my screens. So
Michelle Burke, welcome. Welcome. Yes. Yeah, we're never sure how this all works either. Silo Steve, welcome. Glad to see you again. Again, there's Ron. Vanessa Ingram, welcome. John Mathern, Rick. Oh gosh, Rick, I never know how to say your name. Thibodeau from Maine. El Rondo from Texas. Sherry Chesser from Las Vegas. Julie Basso. Panda from Rhode Island, Diane Smith, first time. Welcome, Diane. Jan Wilson, another one from the UK. Welcome, Jan. Karen Carter. Hi, Karen. Oh, Mary LaFontaine from Florida. Mary Miller. Gail Parrish. Hi, Gail. We're going to see you in 49 days. Jamie and Gavin, we're going to see them in 49 days as well on the NCL Escape. Adam Ryan, Shahira Summerhill, welcome. Mary Ellen Dillon, Joanne Kazan from Boston. Good Lord, wonderful. Jenny Molnar, oh, sunny California. It's sunny here in Rochester. Julie D, how you doing? Mary Ellen Dillon, did I say that before? Yeah, let's see. Michelle F. Lake Tahoe. Maria Endejar. Diane Smith. Oh, Stephanie Dayton, how are you?
Okay, do you have the picture back?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, I'm back. Stephanie Dayton, we sailed with her and her family. She let us film her cabin. Aunt Josie, hi, how are you?
Okay, guys, I'm coming back over.
She's like, fajitas are done. They're eating. I'm ready for the show.
Be quiet. Okay, I'm coming back. All right. So I think I may have fixed the problem. If I didn't fix the problem, then I have a backup. So
Yeah, well, maybe that was it because there wasn't a card in the camera.
No, I took the card out.
Oh, no.
No, you
Well,
don't.
that theory went out the window.
Because we didn't have a carton before,
Oh.
but I turned the power save mode off.
Oh, I thought we had killed that already.
Yeah, but it must
When
be
you
every
come back-
time you close the
Oh,
camera.
it comes
I don't
back.
know.
Well, that's
I don't know.
irritating.
And then I turn that thingy around. I don't know if you want to see it or not.
Oh, gosh, us again? Ooh.
You want me to turn it
No,
back?
it's okay.
I'm so sorry. You all know that I do the technical end. I'm still learning. This is the first time we have live streamed
Yes.
with the camera. And when we did our practice live streams, it did not shut down on us. So please bear with me, because if this shuts down again, what I'm going to end up doing is switching camera angles. I don't have to shut down the live stream like we have in the past. I've set up a secondary camera through our program, and I can just switch it over to that.
Okay.
So let's get to what we were.
A lot more people here. Sherry Blair, Dee Maxwell,
Aunt Josie.
and I said hi to Aunt Josie because she was done cooking her fajita.
Hi, Nancy.
Her fajitas.
Nancy Webb is here. Oh, look, Maria
Toledo, and John Bolton. And let's see.
Every time I see your name, John, I want to say, tell me how am I supposed... No, that's not the song.
I know.
I always think of Michael Bolton when I see that.
Ziara Ramos. Hi, love you.
Hi.
Jan.
Hi, Silo.
Jan Booth. Shortcut C. How you doing?
DeCorby Desiree. I think that's the first time they're here.
Yes, and I mentioned her wedding coming up in less than 3 months.
Hi, James.
And let's see.
Jamie.
I went so far back. I want to make sure we get everybody to say hi. Wanda Byram. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Wanda, I need to get with you about something after the live stream, so I will connect with you on Facebook. I was going to do it before this live stream, but I need to get with you before the next live stream. So keep that in mind.
Jeff D. Gonzalez. James Ellis is in the house.
Yes, and we would like to thank all of our administrators. Those are the helpers that we have in chat that show up in blue.
Yes, blue with their wrench. Is that a wrench? Is that what that is?
I think it's a wrench. I don't know. Who knows? YouTube, you know, for us, for creators, YouTube is changing a lot of things.
Every time you go in to do stuff, it's different.
So I had my fingers crossed, my fingers, my toes, my legs, everything was crossed that when I set this event up, because I did it as an event, I don't know if you guys noticed, but normally when we go live, we just, bam, go live and we're up and running. But this particular one, I set it up as an event so that you would have a notification. And I hope that it worked. And I think it worked.
Hopefully.
I still don't know how I did it, but we'll practice again next week. And speaking of next week, next week is going to be our major giveaway show.
Yeah.
It is going to be our 10,000 subscriber thank you show where we're going to be giving away prizes.
It was supposed to be today.
Yes.
However,
there was a delay in a few of the prizes coming. Delilah, get down here. Poor Delilah is trying to escape. What was I saying? Oh, so I was arranging some prizes for the giveaway, and you know, the most important prize hasn't arrived yet, and it's the grand prize.
The grand prize they're still working on. So that was a big part, obviously, of the delay for a week. And then we have a couple of cruise lines who have just shipped stuff out. And so we're like, well, we don't want to just say this cruise line and not sure what they're going to give. So deliveries are still showing up at the house. Right. So I said to Kevin, you know, we really need to delay this to August 11th. But we're still obviously live today. And
guys, we've been working on something with a few different companies. So hopefully Hello? Okay. Then we should have sound. All right. So we should be back and have sound. We have to go all the way.
Yeah.
You're way up.
Oh, yeah, I was way up.
How do I get... What's going on?
Okay.
All right. So hopefully we have sound now. And we have picture again. At least I do on my end. Yes, I know, Briar. You read my... Is that how you say that, Briar?
Briar, yeah.
Briar Hayes, because I said the F-U word.
We hear you. Okay. Briar says we hear you. Everyone's like, woo-hoo, yippee.
Okay, so guys, because you know the trouble we've been having live streaming lately, I had secondary cameras and microphones set up and ready to go. It was just a matter of switching some things out. So we are now again on the webcam, but at least we are in the studio, right? And at least we have our microphone, and at least you guys are here with us, and at least we got it to work.
I'm ready to take that camera and toss it.
We'll figure it out. We'll have to do some more tests.
Again. It is my favorite camera when we're on the cruise ship and we're vlogging.
Well, I have been considering just getting a better webcam, and it would attach up there, and then we could just, it would be the quality of that, but... I don't know. I don't know what to do. But perhaps with some of the super chat that we have gotten today, we will do that. So let's get back down to business. So we were apologizing because there's been a delay in some of the prizes for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway that we're doing. And we do apologize for that. We want to remind everybody that we have delayed that live stream an announcement of prizes until August 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So a week from today, we're going to announce the grand prize, and we have 6 secondary prizes to give away as well. So there's a total of 7 winners.
Yep, so there'll be 7 winners, maybe more. You never know. We never know.
Oh, gosh, we never know what's going to come.
Right? We don't know who will be getting their stuff here by the time it should be. Today, we are going to give away to one lucky person that's in the room, in the chat room, a prize package.
Yeah, we're going to do a drawing live right at around probably in a half hour or so.
Yeah, in about 45 minutes, I'd say.
Yep. One of you in this live stream is going to win.
Right.
Woohoo!
Now, Ken Preston just had a question that I would like to address. He's asking about Cruising with Wheels t-shirts. We do not have any Cruising with Wheels t-shirts in the giveaways as of yet.
Not today.
Not today. We actually will be announcing soon a new store where you can get our logo merchandise, right?
Right.
But again, it's something that I have to work out and set up. And so as soon as we have all that set, we would be more than happy to sell the logo merchandise. Right. I guess if anybody is interested in a shirt, they can email us, and if you email us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com, and you simply put in the description t-shirt, I can see what I can do about possibly ordering shirts. The only thing that we need is a quantity order. We're not doing singular shirts orders at this point, and that's why we're kind of holding off, right, Frank?
Right.
So, nope, that's the wrong camera. See, when something goes wrong, everything is all blah, blah, blah. But anyways, that's about the shirts and merchandise. Oh, you're taking away.
I've just absconded with the mouse. Do you want to know why I've absconded with the mouse?
But I need to.
Because I want to say thank you to Julie D for her super chat. Thank you, Julie.
Wow. And Julie's going to Alaska in 24 days.
Oh, you're going to love it.
I hope you watched our shameless plug, our NCL Bliss vlogs. We loved Alaska.
Everybody should go.
Take a whale watch.
Yes. And I want to thank Faith Moore for her super chat.
Love you.
Faith. Thank you so much for everyone's generosity. So I'm going to hand you back because I know that you're lost without your mouse.
Well, the thing is that I need to use my mouse to control the live stream. So it looks like on my end, oh no, that doesn't tell me anything. See, they've changed everything, so I don't even know how many people are in the chat room.
No
but I was going to say, I think there's like 152 people in chat, but please let us know.
Can we get a chat count from somebody? Because
yes.
we can't figure it out. D&G Explorers, the Dilly Dilly Boys.
Thank you. Dilly D&G. We will see you.
Yes, 49 days. We'll see you.
49 days. And I want to just plug their channel for a minute. D&G Explorers, and that can be found right here on YouTube. Simply search for D&G Explorers. And they are Disney fanatics, so they do a lot of things with Disney in the parks, and they do cruising, and they will be cruising with us in,
49 days.
49 days. So we're very excited.
People are reporting.
Reports are coming in. Breaking news.
I see 122, 124, 154, 150, 149. It's the second time I saw 149. Okay, so 156, 156, 155.
Okay, I get the picture.
I think we know what's happening. Okay,
so
good to know.
Let's get to some of the things we have down.
Oh, okay. Do we want to say happy birthday?
Oh, yeah, we can say happy. You want me to sing happy birthday?
Okay, do you want to sing happy birthday?
Okay, everybody, we're going to sing happy birthday for one of our subscribers. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Corey Bailey. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Corey Bailey.
Mwah. And happy birthday to anyone else. We just happen to know that it's her birthday today. She is 1 years old. And anyways,
she would appreciate you said that.
We also would like to thank D. Maxwell for his super chat and Julie Basso for her super chat. The chat is going really fast, so I'm sorry if I have missed anyone.
Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, sweetheart.
Watch. No.
I know.
Just watch.
And again, I would like to thank our administrators.
Yes.
Is that what we should call them? Thank our administrators for watching chat and answering any questions that anyone might have. And look at all that.
Look
That's
at those
so cool.
birthday cakes coming up.
See, you see that, honey? I got it right down there, but it doesn't ever work for me, right?
Bummer.
So I don't know. So I just leave it open and whatever. But I love to make those little emojis.
Emojis. I love to say that, emojis. Let's see. Okay, so now that we wish Corey a happy birthday. You all know that obviously this is a whole celebration mode for us, but as of this morning we were at 10,421 subscribers. So yeah,
I mean, we can't believe how everything seems to be blowing up.
And we were at 2.35 million views on our video, which is 10,000 more views since the last live stream last month.
We want to thank you, Veronica, for your super chat. She says that she loves our videos are very informative. She loves us, and she has a cruise trip planned for Thanksgiving of 2020. We wish we could go cruising for Thanksgiving, but I can't get off of my real job at that time. I mean, I guess I could, but
holiday cruises are the best,
right?
Gary Andrew, E, first time chatting on the live stream. Welcome, Gary E.
Andrew says that he is booked on the NCL Joy leaving from LA in San Pedro next year in March. and they're going to the Mexican Riviera. We have never been to the Mexican Riviera, so that is very exciting. We would love to hear more about that when you get back. And don't forget, when you come back, there is something that we want you to do. Do you know what that is, Frank?
No.
Yes, you do. We want you to email us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com. Do you know why we want them to email us?
Yes, because we want you to send us your pictures from your cruise so you can be included in our Thursday videos at the end as a super cruiser.
Right. So make sure you send us that. And if you are ever confused about what needs to be included, it's in the description below. And here we are. We're back again.
Marcia. Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia. Hi, Katie. Thank you for being here, Katie, and helping us out with the chat. Gail Parrish wants to know, do you know when we get flight information when it's booked through the cruise line? And no, I do not. I would call them because, Gail, I think you're on our cruise. So you better get on the phone and call them and find out. We never book through the cruise line because we don't want to go that day. And I don't know. I always want to book my own flights personally.
Yeah.
Neva
We're not trusting souls.
Neva said we're going on the Caribbean Princess in November to Panama Canal. Our shower walls magnetic like the rest of the cabin walls. Do you know the answer?
Are they?
Yes, they are.
I think everything is like magnetic.
Everything's magnetic, pretty much. Do you remember I used to take magnetic hooks that I would put in the shower and I'd hang my bathing suit up before I was smart enough to realize that there was a line.
There was a clothesline that was already there.
I love the woot woot. That's cute. We do not have an 11,000 subscriber party planned as of yet, Ken, but the way we're going, we might be at 11,000 by next week.
We'll be 11,000 definitely before the escape cruise in 49 days. Mm-hmm. Who would have thought that?
Joanne wants to know, where are the matchy shirts? We don't do that. We're not a matchy couple. We coordinate, though. Don't we coordinate?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
John Bolton said that they'll be going to Canada the same week that we are, but they will be on Carnival instead. So, John, can you please just send us a quick itinerary with the dates of where you will be? Email that to us, and maybe if we coincide, we might see each other in the port, right?
I know. So we always like to see if we could coordinate. We've tried so many times with other people. It's like, are we going to be in the same port on the same day?
Where is that going? Everything's going so fast. Melissa Lyons asks, if you could only go on one cruise line for the rest of your lives, what cruise line would you pick? Now, I am going to, first of all, say, Melissa, are you the new customer that I did the other day? Because her name was Melissa Lyons. And secondly, I don't know.
I couldn't pick one.
If I had to pick just one cruise line, I would have to pick. I don't know. I have no idea.
Everybody has their pros and cons. We've had good experiences and bad experiences on every line. So I can't say.
So if it was a free cruise line, right? If it was free, if she's saying free that we would get free for the rest of our lives, a cruise on any of the cruise lines, I would pick like Seven Seas Regent.
Well,
or, I'd pick one of the really high-end ones.
Yeah, if we pick all the high-end stuff.
But as far as like the regular cruise lines, I have no idea because they all have pros and cons.
Yeah.
I like Carnival for certain reasons. I like NCL for certain reasons. I like Celebrity for certain reasons.
Right.
We like Princess for certain reasons. And for certain ports.
Right.
And stops.
That's a hard one.
So that's a hard one. I
could not be tied to one for the remainder of what I have left.
Mary Ellen just got back home from the Carnival Horizon 2 weeks ago.
How was
that? She can't wait till her next cruise in November. Mary Ellen, please send me a picture of you and whoever you were with on the Carnival Horizon to be featured as a super cruiser. And remember to include the name of the ship and the names of the people in the picture. And you'll be featured on a Thursday video. Matthew Hoffman has 75 days until flights are out for NCL. Laura. Jan can't come. January can't come soon enough for group cruise.
Laura.
Hello. I know. I can't wait till it gets here. This week we got some stuff for the group cruise. This week? Yeah, I think it was this week. I posted it in the Facebook room, but everybody else doesn't know because it's a secret. But I didn't even tell the group cruisers what it was. It's just we got a little surprise.
Is it a puppy?
It's not a puppy. Stop. Every time I say it's going to be a surprise, he says, is it a puppy?
Is it a puppy?
Has anybody been on a Christmas holiday Caribbean cruise? Yuji? Is that how you say that? Wants to know. We have not. We have been on a ship when it was decorated for Christmas, and it's beautiful.
Right. We've done a Valentine cruise, a Halloween cruise. And the Halloween cruise was decorated for Christmas.
There goes the chat again. Carol's going on a cruise this December 7th on the Adventures of the Seas, and it's her first cruise, and she's very excited. And we are jealous because we are going on the Adventures of the Seas in June to Bermuda.
That's right.
So take care of our ship. And I don't know. Darlene's going to kill me if I say it wrong, but I think Darlene's birthday is December 7th.
Is it? December 7th?
I think the day that will live in infamy.
Day of infamy?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look. Jesse's going to Adventures of the Seas for 13 nights from Quebec to Fort Lauderdale. So that's awesome.
Our ship is becoming very popular.
I know. Thank you very much, Derek or Gregory, whichever one it is from D&G Explorers, for asking everyone to hit the like button and to subscribe to Cruising with Wheels. Mary Toledo asks, what port in our experience do you think has the best handicap accessible excursions and the most handicap friendly? That is a really, really tough one.
Oh gosh, I know. Where were we? And I was so excited to see all the ramps and the sidewalks and all the painted yellow and the easy. Where were we? Was it Southern Caribbean? We were down.
The Southern Caribbean seems to be more accessible for some reason. We were in Bonaire.
Yes.
And it was accessible.
And Curacao.
Curacao was very accessible. Lots of handicap bathrooms, even though you have to pay.
Yeah, right. But yeah.
Aruba, not so much.
Yeah.
It was accessible for you, but I was pushing you up and down and all around, and it was hotter than hell that day.
It was hotter than hell. We were dripping sweat.
That's a tough one. Accessibility is always an issue when it comes to ports. Nobody does it really, really well.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was impressed because when you're at other ports and you kind of don't see as much as you want to see, and then you get to another port and you're like, oh wow, they've got the ramps and the painting yellow, and you're like all excited.
I feel like St. Thomas was really accessible.
Yeah,
St. Thomas and Tortola was very accessible in the port areas. We didn't really venture out farther than that, so. I mean, for me, I'd pick St. Thomas.
Yeah, and I think once you get beyond that, it becomes an issue with...
shore excursions are always going to be a challenge.
Right, no handicap, transportation, and excursions are always going to be an issue. Always.
Ed has a quick question about magnetic walls. Does anyone know if magnetic walls in cruise cabins negatively impact automatic watches? Watches are very sensitive to magnetic fields. Thanks. I have no clue, so if anybody knows in the chat, please answer Ed's question. Julie is so jealous of all the lucky people that have cruises coming up. Maybe one day, Julie. You never know. Let's see. Yes, D&G Explorers always wears matching shirts. They do.
I know.
And that one, I don't know how they did it. That one live stream they did, they were changing their shirts like every 10 minutes. It was when they got all their new merch.
Oh, Lord, I do not have the energy for that. Lucky I can get me into this shirt.
Margot's going on her first Oceana.
Oh, wow.
And yes, they are owned by Norwegian. And we have thought about an Oceana cruise. We just, this is driving me nuts. And since it's not working, I'm taking it off. But we just, really can't afford that right now. We would rather do multiple cruises than to do one big expensive cruise. Right. And you want to use yours off?
Oh, no, I'll just...
Should turn it off so we don't run out the batteries. Let's see. What day are we going to be in Bar Harbor? Rick wants to know. I'm not sure. We don't have our itinerary with us. Give me a second. Keep reading. Rick will get back to you.
Is Bar Harbor where...
Rick will get back to you. You can't go.
I was just going to say that's Bar Harbor where I can't go. Yeah. Okay, yes.
So keep going.
Yes, I really don't care about Bar Harbor. I can't get off the ship, so, screw it. Just saying.
Just keep going. I'll find out for Rick, and I'll let him know.
Let's see. Let's see what else is happening. Bermuda's, I haven't been to Bermuda. We're going. A lot of people have been there, but I haven't been to Bermuda since the late 70s.
Well, what good is this app?
And it wasn't more technology issues.
Well, it's some app that somebody else is sponsored by that doesn't have the dates. It just has the days.
Well, that's just crazy.
And it drives me crazy. So now I have to go into TripIt, which I love TripIt. So if y'all don't have TripIt, you better download it because it's awesome. And I think D&G will agree with me because I got them hooked up with TripIt. Let's see. Where does he want to know?
Bar Harbor.
Well, where the heck is it?
I just saw Nova
Look,
Scotia.
there it is.
Bar Harbor, Maine.
September 25th. Wednesday, September 25th, we will be in Bar Harbor. Well, I'll be in Bar Harbor for a short time because Frank can't get off because it's a tender port, and then I'll be hustling back to be with him.
I know.
And
it's
maybe
always a
get
bummer.
A massage.
I know. We were on a cruise, Dominican Republic, and I couldn't get off and go in because it was a tender port.
Mm-hmm.
So I hate when I get to miss these ports. It's a bummer.
I hate this mouse sometimes, guys. It just drives me insane because it goes so fast.
Oh, hold on. I just saw somebody said, Frank, I love your Snapchat.
Wow. Well, who does the Snapchat? I make him do that,
He makes me do the Snapchats.
It's on my phone, and I'm like, you need to do the Snapchat
I'll be
right
doing
now.
something, and he'll go, hold on, stop for a minute. And I'm like, what?
Okay.
And there'll be his cell phone in my face.
Michael wants to know what are our thoughts on celebrity. We think celebrity is wonderful. Yeah. We can't wait to do a celebrity cruise. And actually, I'm going to surprise Frank right now. I found a celebrity cruise.
Oh, speak of the devil.
I found a celebrity cruise that I was thinking maybe might be our next group cruise. Yes, guys, we are talking about possibly doing another group cruise. We will just have to see. But celebrity has fabulous food, and they're a little bit more high end. So we want to get back on them. Matt Burns wants to know what's our most anticipated future cruise.
Oh, anticipated future cruise?
Anticipatory.
As in wanting to go but not yet booked, or what we've already booked and we're looking forward to?
Why don't we tell him both?
Okay, well, for me, already booked, obviously, is the group cruise.
Right.
Because there's so many people that we want to meet, and that is the best part. The one that has not yet been booked, that would be a wonderful thing to go on. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'd love to do a transatlantic.
Right.
To get across to the pond.
Well,
I'd love to do London and Ireland.
Well, we want to do Ireland and Scotland cruise.
Yeah.
But I think that I am anticipating going on Virgin Voyages, which we haven't booked yet because of the answer I'm going to give Sue Vegas Strong right now. And she was asking, does Virgin do more than 5-day cruises? And the answer right now is no. As far as I know from our representative that we deal with in PR, they are looking into doing 7-day cruises, but they are not prepared to at this point. So that is okay. And Melissa Lyons, she was not blonde, and I did not make her blonde. I made her a beautiful chestnut raspberry brown. So, and she was very happy.
So that Melissa Lyons was very happy with her chestnut brown.
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Secrets out.
Let's see. Rick is going on the Celebrity Equinox in November.
Oh,
Fabulous ship.
Wow.
I wish we were going.
Yeah. Mary Ellen Dillon wants to know group cruise, when and where. Would that be the current group cruise in January 2020 or possibly the new one we're talking about?
I'm not going to give anybody any information about the possibility of a second group cruise other than I found a cruise. It may be booked soon and it may be our next group cruise, but I'm not making any determinations on that. No. I've already told Frank, and Frank and I actually already decided that we are not. Why are you way over there?
I'm falling over off my chair.
Way over there. We're not going to make any announcements about a secondary group cruise until after we get back from the escape, and we have to still do some research and try to work out the deal, because it's all about the deal. But if you are interested, Mary Ellen Dillon, about the information for the current group cruise that's going on, it's going on in January of 2020. You simply need to email us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com. I will try to, I don't know why I can never get this thing to work right. Now I'm all flustered. But you can email us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com. Right. Put in the about what's
regarding
the regarding section that it's for the group cruise information, and we will send you an information sheet. You know why I'm all flustered with this?
I don't know. You seem to be getting all.
I'm going to tell you why, because I didn't set up the secondary camera on this.
Oh.
Because it was a last minute thing. I was like, crap, what if that camera doesn't work? I need to set up a secondary thing.
You're fired.
Okay, then you do it. Okay, where were we? Oh
my gosh.
What? Oh, John is sorry to say that his ports do not line
bummer.
up. Did you already check to see if they line up with the escape? Because maybe one of them would. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 3:45.
Oh, it's getting to be that time soon. Oh, I'm feeling the rush of a winter coming on.
Thank you, Allison. We just might do that. Don't know yet. We have them things. I sound like Cindy.
Oh Jesus, Cindy Brady.
Cindy Brady. Melissa Lyons says, if you book a cruise with NCL that includes airfare, do you know if you get to choose your seat or does the airline choose it for you? Contemplating the NCL Joy in January and February. Okay, so we seem to be getting a lot of questions about airfare and booking it with the cruise line. Number one, we've never done it. Number two, we have no idea. And number three, every time I ask my agent about it, who does not work for NCL or any company, who doesn't work for any cruise line, she says it's a horrible idea.
I know, we wouldn't do it.
And that every time I have her price it out, it is the same or more than what it would be if I booked it on my own, even with the free promotion. So, you know, they do this free promotion where you get free airfare. But what ends up happening is they tell you what flight you're going to be on. They give you a choice.
That's the flight. There's the time.
And they're never good flights, it seems, from where we are. And it's always more about the same or more expensive.
Right. Couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it.
I was thirsty. Joanne said that the Serenity Retreat on Carnival rocks. I do have to agree, with the exception of the smaller ships. And the reason I say that is that's the ships that you have to go on that little tiny dumbwaiter to get up to that dock.
That creeps me out. I can't do that. No, claustrophobic.
So anybody that's traveling on Carnival Cruise Line, we're not saying that Carnival Cruise Line is a bad cruise line. We are just saying that anybody with accessibility issues needs to be very, very mindful of the deck plan and researching which ship is best for you prior to going, because on most of their ships there's limited accessible public restrooms, and there are some areas that are not accessible for people that are mobility challenged or in a wheelchair, or maybe they have to take a scooter there that you're not going to be able to get to. So you need to research that before you book your Carnival cruises. And that is not just Carnival.
That's everybody.
That's everybody, but in particular with Carnival, because when they do their renovations to their ships and bring them into dry dock, perfect example is the Carnival Sunshine. The Carnival Sunshine used to be the Destiny. Okay, and they brought it in and they redid the whole entire ship, but somebody didn't activate a brain cell and said, we're not going to put any accessible cabins in here, and we're not going to add any accessible bathrooms, and we're not going to add any accessible routes. So when Frank and I tried to book a cruise, which they offered to us for free,
free,
it was a casino promotion, they said, we don't have any wheelchair cabins. Sorry. We have modified, but modified doesn't help us. And actually, I don't think they had modified either. And so check your deck plans, no matter what line you're on, but specifically
doesn't matter
Carnival.
Whether it's Carnival, NCL, Celebrity, Princess, it doesn't matter, Royal Caribbean. You need to check the deck plans, because do you want to be on a ship that has 3 public bathrooms or has 20 public bathrooms? I want to be on the one that has the 20, not the 3.
Right. Jan Booth is very excited and nervous about her first cruise, and you shouldn't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
There's always
just go and have a good time.
There's always a nervous excitement. I always have a nervous excitement. I'm a little nervous, apprehensive, but I got that tinge of excitement. And then the closer you get there, the more exciting it is. And he, of course, who is bereft of any emotion at all, is like, whatever. I
was excited for our first cruise. I was excited for the NCL Bliss because it was an inaugural sailing, and it was like, oh, excited. And then we get on the ship, and I'm like, we're on a cruise now. Zara? Did I say that right? Zara Ramos?
Ziara?
I'm
going to say.
Okay, Ziara. Ziara wants to know what the best themed cruise we've ever been on is. Well, I've never been on a themed cruise. We don't do we haven't done a themed cruise together. And, frankly, I don't consider Atlantis a themed cruise.
I know.
But Frank has been on the Atlantis gay cruises. I think our best cruise that we were on together, I would have to say, if we want to say a theme, was the Halloween cruise that we went on with Dave and Darlene. It was amazing. It was the NCL Jade. We had an amazing experience.
It was nice to see everybody dressed up in costumes and
was
all
perfection.
The kids. And
not only that, the whole cruise was perfection, I think.
But I just saw a posting for the Golden Girls cruise. I would love to go on a Star Trek themed cruise. Trekkie here. That would be fun. I don't know what you'll be doing or where you'll be going, but I'll be on the Star Trek cruise.
Gail Parrish wants to know. Gail Parrish wants to know from Jan which ship she's on, and I'm sorry if we're way behind in chat, but it was going so fast I had to slow it down. Julie Wilson wants to know, was Alaska good for accessibility? In some parts. It was okay.
Yeah, I think
it was okay.
When we went into town.
So I have to just say that what we found out was if you book an accessible excursion, no matter what cruise line you're on, you need to get your ass to guest services immediately when you board that ship and tell them, that's what we learned on the Bliss in Alaska, and tell them we booked this accessible excursion. It says it's accessible and we need a wheelchair bus if you're in a scooter or you're in a wheelchair, because when we went out for our whale watch, we booked it because it was an accessible excursion, but they didn't have any wheelchair accessible
Right.
buses, and we had to wait until the next one came.
Yeah, we had a 9 a.m. whale watch meet up with all the buses, and it was excursion booked through the cruise line, through NCL. It had the wheelchair symbol on it, handicap accessible. So when you see that, you're like, okay, it will have a wheelchair lift bus available. And of course, we got out there, and all the buses are pulling in. And I'm going, Kevin, I don't see a bus that has a wheelchair lift on it. And then the Whale Watch tour guide representative walked over, and I said, where's the buses that has a lift? And she looked at me. Now, mind you, we're in Alaska, United States of America. And she looked down at me.
ADA.
Yeah, ADA compliant, it should be. She looked down at me and she says, wheelchair lifts? This is Alaska. We don't have any of those kinds of buses here. You should have booked transportation yourself.
To which we said, this is America, before it's Alaska.
Yeah.
And you have to follow ADA law. And if you don't get a bus here
like, are
now,
you kidding me?
I'm going to blow a gasket.
This was booked as wheelchair accessible.
And it was a very expensive excursion.
And so I was like, my head was ready to explode. I was so aggravated. But again, just because you see the wheelchair symbol on the site for your cruise line, when you get on board the ship, head over, and you said guest services. Is it guest services or the excursion desk?
Oh, I meant to say the excursion desk, but sometimes when you first get on, I meant to say guest services, because when you first get on, shore excursion isn't going to be open 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
But you want to get to guest services and tell them your concerns. And then when shore excursion opens, you want to go over there and tell them your concerns and because they need to arrange it.
Right.
So moving on, Mary Ellen Dillon wants to know why you can't get off the ship in Bar Harbor, and I have the hiccups.
Oh, Jesus. Well, Bar Harbor is a tender port for every cruise line. The water is way too shallow. Cruise lines do not dock in Bar Harbor, so they have to tender everybody in. Now, most of the tenders, you have to be able to walk down like 12 to 15 steps down along the side of the cruise ship to a moving tender boat. And if you're in a wheelchair or scooter, that's not going to happen.
So I don't know what this says. I don't know what they're getting at. It says, do you prefer to make cash deposit on board or gold onto it until the end?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, because we don't ever pay in gold.
No, my gold is buried here. Sorry.
And we never put a cash deposit down.
No.
So whenever we go on our cruises, we use our credit card, and we've been using our NCL card so that we can get points. But we want to broaden, and I think we've proven that we're going to do that, broaden our cruising now, and we're doing another NCL, but then we're going to do Carnival, and then we're doing Royal Caribbean, and now we're talking Celebrity.
Possibly Celebrity, right.
And so anyways, we put it on a card that we will get points for it.
Melissa Lyons, I want to say, she says Bermuda is very handicap accessible.
Brian George wants to know, when's the giveaway, and what do I have to do to win? Well, you already are eligible to win what we're giving away today because you're in the live chat. If you're in the live chat when we do the drawing, then you're eligible to win the prizes, because there's multiple prizes in this package, and I have a picture of it to show you. If you want to earn entries into the drawing for 8/11,
right, the big drawings,
you need to you get an entry for every way you follow us. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, like us on Facebook.
It's Facebook, our Cruising with Wheels page.
And Cruise Chat was getting there. Cruise Chat, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all those ways you can earn entries. If you like a video, you earn an entry. If you share a video, you earn an entry. So get going, people. Now, Barry said, Frank, I don't understand why in this day and age that you can't get off at any port. We understand too, but when
there was only one time I was able to tender
right, and
to
that was
an
in
island.
Grand Cayman.
It was Grand Cayman. It was a Carnival cruise.
And it was because they could wheel him right on.
Right. The tender boat that was used was from the port, not the ship. And the port tender boat was a double-decker tender boat. And so they were able to wheel me right onto the top deck. It was really great. So that was good.
Matthew Hoffman said, did NCL Bliss 15-day Panama Canal cruise, Miami to LA for the 60th birthday, and it was amazing.
Ooh.
Bliss, Joy go through the new canal, but the smaller ships like Dawn still go through the old locks. Great trip. For us, if we ever did the Panama Canal, we would want to do the smaller ships. We like the Gem, the Dawn, the Pearl, that kind of size ship. Not that there's anything wrong with Bliss and Joy. It's just too big for us.
Yeah. Bliss was beautiful. We loved the Bliss.
Melissa said, this chat, I'm telling you, I can't keep up with it, guys. I think I'm way back.
I think you are.
Well, because I have no idea where we are. Look at that. I have no idea where we are.
I know. There's all new people have come in. I see Jenny Hess. There's Catch the Lizard, just subscribed. Welcome.
Sorry, we're catching up. We had to skip through some of them.
Kathy D, Tossy Travels.
Look at it, just jumped again.
I know. Oh my God.
Do you do a budget when you cruise? Justy asked that, and yes, we do, and we stick to it.
Budget is my middle name. Everything in my life is a budget.
Mm-hmm.
Our grocery list is part of a budget. Our bills are budgeted. Our cruises are budgeted.
Does the cruise line have an area for wheelchairs that are closer to the theater stage? Tracy Smith wants to know. It depends on the cruise line. It depends on the ship. It depends on so many variables. Yeah. We find that Carnival generally has seating on the floor. Yeah. That's very nice. That in different sections.
Yeah, they have like alternate sections on both sides where they've removed seats, so there's a little cutout where I could wheel myself in and Kevin can sit next to me.
NCL only has them in the back on their older ships.
Right.
However, their newer ships have 1 or 2 dedicated seats in the front. We don't like sitting in the front, so we generally don't do that, but we always look for that.
Right.
And so if you want one of those front seats, you need to get there early. Celebrity only has them in the back. Princess has some in the front, but you have to ask an usher to take you. Whenever they're in the front and it's a tiered seating that, you have to ask somebody about that.
Yeah. We saw what it was the Bliss, and they took us
God, I hated
the
that.
back way and put us in front, and we're right there. You could practically touch the stage looking up like this, and every time they were dancing or moving, it's like their sweat was falling on us.
I know, it was gross.
It was like a little too close for me.
Jenny Hess wants to know, has anyone done the unlimited dining package on Royal Caribbean? We have not, but I will tell you what we're going to do is the dinner plus one package, which you get to eat at Chops Grill the first night, and we found it very affordable. You get to eat at Chops Grill or Jamie's Kitchen, I think, the first night, and then you get a second meal. And it sounded great, so we're going to go for that. Anybody in the chat that's done it, please respond to Jenny.
Shelley Freeborn's got to love us and leave us.
Sorry, Shelley.
We'll miss you.
Oh, you know what, baby? It's 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Let's do the drawing.
Camille is here. Katie Connor's here. Vicky C. So,
let's do the drawing. It's 4 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So we're going to do the drawing.
Who is going to win?
Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? I'm scrolling the chat. I'm scrolling the chat. I'm scrolling the chat. I don't have any music or anything. But, wow, I don't know if that's going to do it. But anyways, who do you think's going to win, Frank? And what does it say?
It says the winner is... Oh, there he is. Yes, him. The winner is Matt Burns.
And now, let's see what Matt Burns has won.
Matt Burns, you have won a Cruising with Wheels shore bag, a Coleman poncho, 2 Holland America luggage tags, a Holland America Culinary Council oven mitt and tools, an Alaskan ulu knife and display stand, and a Quick Hardy Diabetic Cookbook are part of the Frank's Cooking Corner giveaway today, August 4th, 2019.
Congratulations, Matt. What we will need you to do is to email us or Facebook me. And, well, frankly, you could Facebook me, private message, of course. You could Snapchat me, because I think you're on Snapchat with us. You could direct message me on Instagram or email us, because I need to get all your information so that we can get this out to you as soon as possible. Thank you all for congratulating Matt. He is the lucky winner today. But we are going to get back to some more questions. I'm going to scroll back up. What do you guys feel about people who hold spots at the pool? We hate it. We hate it. We hate it. And all the lines have now come up with a 15-minute time frame. If your crap is left there for more than 15 minutes, they're going to pick it up and get rit of it.
They're watching you.
Jenny Hess wants to know, have you seen people bring their pets on cruises? No, you cannot bring your pet on a cruise. However, if you have a service dog, in most cases you can. You have to check with your cruise line, and yes, we have seen that. We've seen that pretty much on every cruise.
Can you imagine Cece and Delilah on our cruises with us?
No, absolutely not.
I would miss
Sorry.
them.
We're not doing that. Melissa Lyon said, the reason I ask about the airfare is because on the Joy I have, the Haven includes airfare for $99 per person. Well, it makes sense, but we never travel in the Haven, and non-Haven people don't get $99 airfare, so. Chevy's in, is that First? Oh yeah, I was going to say Chevy's in Fist.
No, First.
Chevy's in First. Has anyone done the hide and find rubber ducks? I'm sure there's some people in here that have done that. I have not, and Frank has not. And, you know, although it sounds like a lovely idea, and, you know, I know people enjoy it, I can't help but think about the staff.
I know.
Okay, because I have heard the staff say that they've actually thrown them out. So I feel like people are wasting their money, and it's kind of annoying to the staff.
How many of these rubber ducks? I just found another one.
Right. Frank, you need a cooking class on how to use the ulu knife.
I know, I do. Now, we bought several of the ulu knives when we were in Alaska,
so, Matt,
specifically just as part of a giveaway.
Right. So I was going to say, so Matt, that was actually handled by us, purchased by us, and lovingly brought back
home
from Alaska. That's probably why they wanted to take me down at security.
Shoot, I got ulu knives.
It's really kind of cool that you just kind of rock them. I think there's instructions with it.
I don't know. I don't know if I can be trusted with that.
Yeah, I don't trust you with knives. Silo Steve says there's always room at the Haven pool. Well, guess what, Silo? We'll be your guests, won't we? So you just tell me you want me to come up there and sit by the pool, and we will come visit you. And I would love to film your guys' cabin on the group cruise, Silo. So get with me if you're interested in that. If you're not, we understand. Jenny, well, how do you say that? Molnar?
Molnar. I will say Jenny Molnar.
Or Molnar.
Molnar. Molnar?
Have you been on the Carnival Magic?
No, we have not.
No, we have not. That was one of the cruises we had to cancel.
I
But
hate when we have to do that.
but I'm sure there are plenty of people in the room that have been on the Carnival Magic. How often would you recommend eating in a specialty restaurant? She's going on her first cruise in September. So, Emily, the first question we would want to know is how many days is your cruise? And then the second question we would have to ask is what cruise ship are you on? Because that would all factor in on to how many times we would eat at a specialty restaurant. So get back with those answers, and we will get back to
probably, let's say, on a 7-day cruise, we would probably, if we were new and didn't have
we'll probably do twice.
Yes, exactly. And we didn't have the, platinum status of you got free specialty dinners. If we were new to cruising, we would probably do 2 nights at a specialty. We would look at the list and we would say, you know what? We're steak people. Got to go to a good steakhouse. And so that would be one of them. And then, of course, we probably would gravitate toward an Italian restaurant or whatever. But I'd say 2.
Katie says that she drinks too much and randomly leaves ducks places. It's not the same, and the staff does discard them. And this is exactly why we have Katie in charge of the bar crawl, right?
Because she knows all the dirt.
She knows all the dirt. She knows all the good places to drink. Bye, Maria. Maria has to leave. Yes, Matt, it is very good for herbs. It's good for a lot of things, actually. Chevy's in first, wants to know who can't wait to eat a Guy's Burger again.
Oh my God, I'm dying. I can't wait.
Guys, I actually was watching another channel, and they claimed to have the Guy Burger recipe. And they showed how to make a Guy's Burger, but I don't think it was true. It didn't look... Yeah, I'm doubting.
I know. Some people are like, oh, Guy's Burger's no big deal. It's like, whatever. I ate Guy's Burger every day for lunch. Mm-hmm. And I will again.
I think that's the best part of a Carnival cruise.
I know. And now when they have the Guy's... the
Pig and Anchor.
Pig and Anchor. Oh, my God. I am going to be in burger and pig heaven.
Truly Obvious, which is a great name, by the way. If we have one of 4 cabins in the Haven, can we eat as a family in the Haven restaurant? Now, this is a very interesting question, and the answer is yes, but the 3 cabins worth of people that are not in the Haven are going to have to pay. And it's going to have to be arranged with the concierge.
Right. Because
ahead of time.
You have a cabin in the Haven and you are allowed to bring guests.
You're allowed to bring guests, but when you eat in the restaurant, there is a fee. And I believe it's like a $35 fee per person.
Which is very comparable to any other specialty restaurant.
And the Haven restaurant is really good,
it really
guys.
is.
It really is a step above. Melissa Lyons said, my husband loves you guys and always says you ignore his questions.
What?
Can you both say hi to Antonio?
Antoine.
Hi, Antoine.
I
was going to say Antonio, and that's not right.
He's ignoring his name. I at least can see.
Hi, Antoine.
Hi, Antoine.
We're sorry that we try not to ignore your questions. The chat just goes really fast, and we can only...
What is the question? I want to know now.
We have to keep scrolling back and forth and back and forth. Let's see.
Now, Barbara Hernandez says she loves Cucina del Capitano.
Yes, we can't wait to try that.
I know, we're very excited about that.
We haven't been on a Carnival cruise that has had that yet, I don't think. Or we haven't tried it yet. Ken wants to know, is that a painted backdrop in your studio, or did you paint it yourselves? It's marvelous. That's just going to be a secret.
Sorry.
I'm not telling my secrets. You know what? Speaking of secrets and not telling secrets, did you already release that video, or is that coming up?
Which video is that?
So you think you want a copy?
Oh, no, that's coming up in a Frank Pushes Back video.
You just wait.
Yeah. Now, we released...
good video coming up.
Those of you that yesterday, Frank Pushes Back on Facebook vague posting, had a lot of comments on it. Mm-hmm. And then in 2 weeks, I'll have another Pushes Back. That'll be another funny one. But yeah, there's one coming up that's going to be probably in September. That's going to be really, really funny. I hope you're enjoying the Frank Pushes Back episodes and my cooking corner.
Now, Jenny Hess wants to know about specialty lunches. And to tell you the truth, Jenny, we've never done a specialty restaurant for lunch except for 5 o'clock somewhere. We did 5 o'clock somewhere.
What?
Jimmy Buffett's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, well, we did. We had Cagney's. No, that was considered. No, that's not.
Doesn't
really.
count.
That doesn't
Can't say
count.
that.
Yeah.
So we were part of a VIP program on NCL where we got lunch in the Haven restaurant on Embarkation Day, and anybody staying in the Haven would eat.
Right.
But it really doesn't. That doesn't count.
Right.
We've only purchased our specialty lunch that one time, and generally we don't do that because we save it for special occasion. Why does that keep happening? That so makes me mad. Let's see. Rick says we're planning on trying Les Petites Chefs at Cuisine when they go on the Equinox.
Oh, we want to know.
It is delicioso. We hear it's very, very good at Cuisine. And I think Cuisine is the restaurant that has the iPads for their menu. I'm not 100% sure because a couple of the restaurants on different lines do that. Christy said she bought a 6-meal package for their upcoming 14-day cruise in December on NCL Dawn. Oh my God! Yeah. You will love the NCL Dawn. You know what they have on NCL Dawn that we love? Las Lobos.
Oh yeah, Las Lobos was good.
Las Lobos.
And we would probably do that too if it was a 14-day. Right. We would probably do this.
We would do that. We would do that. Yes, and Blaine says that Guy's donkey sauce. A Guy's burger with donkey sauce. Yum. And I say, it's the bomb.
Followed by Michael Reiki, who says Pig and Anchor is the best.
And I do not agree with Ron. Ron Colvey says Five Guys. Our Five Guys around here was not that good.
Have we ever? I've never had Five Guys. Oh. Well,
that's
there you go.
Let's see. Why do I do that when I'm trying to catch up? Ooh, look at all those burgers. They're making me hungry. Yes. Allison, thank you for the super chat.
Oh, thank you, Allison.
I think all the way from Canada. Is that what that means?
Oh.
Allison, you're from Canada?
Or is that California?
No, it's not California. Why would it
How do you know? CA, California.
No, it's not California. You turd. It would be a country. None of the other super chats come through like that.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you know, so I'm assuming it's
not best to assume.
Shauna Brown, welcome to the chat because I haven't seen your name coming through yet, and we want to welcome you to Cruise Chat because I know that you are a new member of Cruise Chat. She says that she is enjoying Frank Pushes Back, and she's only seen a few of the cooking corners, but have hopes that the chat doesn't go too fast. That has hopes of getting herself together with some of those recipes.
Now remember, there's a lot. It's funny that when we started,
Rita casserole was a big hit.
When we started talking about our YouTube channel and how to navigate through it, click on playlists, and you'll be able, created playlists, and you'll get a whole page, and people are like, oh my God, I didn't know any of these videos were here.
Right, we have over 400 videos, 400 plus, and it builds every day. So Allison said, yes, she's from Halifax, and that now I know exactly who she is because she reached out to us about Halifax. So
gotcha.
MB says making them hungry too.
Oh. Allison says CA equals Canadian dollars. Oh, that was in terms of money. I
have no idea.
Money.
See, we don't, even as much as we know about YouTube, we don't know that much, I guess. Bye, Tracy. Tracy says it's time to start dinner.
What's for dinner? I want to know. Don't go until you tell me.
Well, you ain't getting any, so what's the matter? Gavin Till says, I know it's early days. I don't want to give too much away, but do you know the rough dates of when you are likely to do another group cruise?
No. Haven't got a clue.
No. No, I've looked at a few dates. I have to. Okay, so when you're planning a group cruise, a lot goes into the planning of a group cruise, and sometimes you can negotiate your rates, and so it depends on the ship, it depends on the sales and your amenities and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to negotiate out the best deal that I can, like I did with the NCL Encore. But we pretty much have decided that our next group cruise is not going to be on NCL.
No.
We want to give you guys a chance, if you have cruised with us on NCL, to cruise on another line with us. And we also want to show all of you guys what the other lines have to offer. So we've pretty much decided another group cruise is coming, but it's going to be on a different line.
Yeah. Now, since people are mentioning...
What's 400?
I don't know. It says, Michelle F., you said, wow, 400. What does that mean? 400 what?
Let's see. I love the beautiful wood paneling behind you. Where
secret.
Did you find it? It's a secret. Secret.
Oh, now speaking of, since people are praising Frank's Cooking Corner, I do want to give a plug.
Oh, she's talking about how many videos. That's
what. Yes, 400. I want to give a plug to the next Cooking Corner video that is coming out this Saturday, and it's a dinner menu recipe.
What is it?
It is...
Oh, I already ate all that.
You did eat it already. It is roasted red pepper chicken dinner. Yes, roasted red pepper chicken. That recipe is coming this Saturday.
Yes, it's delicious.
Yes, Kevin said that I have to have it as part of a permanent dinner repertoire, that it can't be just once every 3 months or 6 months, but he wants it as a regular meal. He's so demanding.
So if you guys don't know what we end up doing, because they have no idea what you're probably talking about when you say a regular rotation.
Wow.
So when we cook for multiple meals. So even though it's just the two of us, we cook for like 8 or 10, let's say. And then everything goes into a container.
Yeah.
Separated for a different meal. Each meal goes in a container, and we have a rotation so that maybe we will cook for 2 weeks, and then we don't have to cook for a month.
Right.
And then we just rotate through.
Right. We have a large stand-up freezer.
Works really well.
Yeah, and so I cook a lot.
And everything we do on Frank's Cooking Corner freezes really, really well, with the exception of, we've never tried, and I don't want to try. It never makes it. The Carnival chocolate melting cake.
Oh, yeah. Well, who wants to freeze it?
Who wants to freeze it, and you're going to eat it.
It went into the refrigerator, and it did heat up well. It did reheat up well in the microwave. We did it. I got a question on that. It says, how do you know how much to heat it? And I did it at like little 15-second, 30-second intervals, because you don't want to cook it. You still want it gooey.
Thank you, Katie. Truly Obvious says, on NCL Joy, it seems like everything requires a reservation. Is that assessment about right? Now, what I'm going to say about that is any of the larger ships, we highly suggest you make reservations for as much as you possibly can before you go. And then the things that you haven't made reservations for, you make them as soon as you get on the ship. Like golf carts. Go-karts. I don't know if they're making those online now, the reservations, but generally, like when we sailed, you had to make a reservation to go on them, and it got booked up so fast. So that's what we suggest. It's not something that's specific to the Joy, although the Joy and the Bliss
a lot of people on board. So.
Right. There's a lot of people on board, so we say book those reservations. Right. Quick story.
Oh, okay.
I have a coworker who decided to book a cruise a month and a half ago. She's now back from the cruise. She probably got back yesterday. They were going for their anniversary. And despite my pleas for her to book reservations and make them ahead of time, she did not.
God, people, why don't you listen?
And what did I get on the second day she was gone? I got a text message asking how can she get into a specific restaurant because they said they were full. And I said, sorry. So that's why we say book those reservations. As soon as you know you're going on the cruise and as soon as those reservations open up, just do yourself a favor and do it. You can always try to change your reservation once you're on the ship. But if you don't have a reservation, then you might not be able to go to that restaurant or do that activity. So that's what I say. Let me scroll back just a little bit. Is that Frank's flamingo in the back? It's such a nice studio. No, this is my flamingo. I'm the one that likes the flamingos. Frank detests flamingos, but I love flamingos. So, of course, I was the one doing the shopping for the set. And I saw that flamingo and I said, oh, he's going to be so pissed if I get this. And what I had was my cell phone and I was FaceTiming. Is that what we were doing?
Yes.
I was FaceTiming and I said, can I get this flamingo? And he said, oh, that's great. Get it. And I was so shocked. So that's why it's on my side because that's my flamingo. And you better not touch it. Better not be missing from down here.
Blaine wants to know, what is Kevin's best dish he cooks Frank, even though you cook the most? I don't know.
I rarely cook anymore. In the beginning of our relationship, we shared cooking duty, right? I mean, you might not remember that.
I don't.
So I guess I'm going to have to answer this question for them. Okay. Because I really don't. Frank really enjoys cooking, and I think it's therapeutic for you.
Right.
In a way.
Well, I've always been a cook.
And you've always been a cook.
I've been cooking since I was 8 years old.
And I like cooking, but I like baking more than I like cooking. I seem to be the baker in the family. But cooking-wise, I would have to say that when I made the lasagna, you really liked the lasagna.
Okay.
I mean,
your lasagna, if I remember, is more cheese than it is anything else.
Well, it's kind of equal. It has more cheese than your lasagna.
But more of the meat.
Right. And we ended up, when I made it, we ended up using his sauce. So I don't know if that counts. But and maybe we've talked about this. Maybe we were going to do a lasagna for Frank's Cooking Corner, but we were going to do it the easy way.
Right.
Remember the easy way? You know the easy way. You know what I'm talking about.
What?
See, now they don't know what we said.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Kelly said, can't imagine you can freeze the tuna noodle.
No.
Tuna mac casserole.
No.
We've done it.
No, we've never.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
it's mayonnaise based.
I swear we did once.
No. We may have frozen something, a recipe that had cream cheese.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking
but
of.
Never mayonnaise. No, you are correct. No freezing mayonnaise.
Too much time on land. And I get
cranky.
Me too, Matthew. Me too. Ron says, Kelly did freeze this. Was good after a defrost. Wow. See?
There you go.
He froze it. See, I think you can freeze tuna. Oh, not tuna macaroni salad. Tuna. I'm thinking of the tuna
noodle casserole. Oh, the hot one.
Yeah, the tuna noodle casserole.
Oh yeah,
we freeze.
but the cold.
But not the cold one.
Yeah.
See, I was reading it wrong. Ken Peterson wants to know, is renting a motorized wheelchair versus a scooter better for eating in restaurants for someone with walking issues? And, I've got this question this week a couple of times, actually. And the way I answer it is they're very accommodating in the restaurants, whether you're in a wheelchair, a scooter, or a motorized wheelchair. The issue with any of them is going to be sometimes you're not going to be able to have a window seat because you'll have to go through the whole entire place to get, all the tables and chairs that are in the middle. And so sometimes you just have to take what they have.
Right.
And you have to understand that. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't think there's anything better or worse.
Yeah, I don't think so. I go and I'm in my wheelchair and I usually stay in it. Mm-hmm. They just remove the seat. They'll say, "Do you want to get in the chair?" And I'm staying in my wheelchair. Just move the chair. I just remember the first time when I got out of my wheelchair and I was sitting in the chair. Some lady tried to steal my wheelchair.
That's a Frank's. That's a Tales from the High Seas.
One of the first Tales from the High Seas.
Check it out. It's called "Bitch Stole My Wheelchair."
Bitch stole my wheelchair. Yeah, what nerve.
Rick says, if you have anytime dining, do you need a reservation for the MDR? Nope. You just need to go to, if you have anytime dining, and I'm assuming you're referring to Royal, Carnival, Celebrity, Holland, any of those ones where you can either choose set time or any time or free time or your time or my time.
Her time, his time, their time.
They got all these times. They got lots of time on their hand. You just have to make sure you go to the right dining room, the right MDR, because they will have a set main dining room for anytime dining or free time dining or whatever it is, where you go anytime you want. And they'll have a dining room for the early and late seatings. So that's all you have to
Now, Michelle F. wants to know, what's the favorite recipe that I make for you?
That's so hard.
I mean, if you
what else?
If you've seen the video,
you know what else I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say that I thought of a second recipe that's Frank's favorite.
Oh, okay.
That I make, my meatloaf recipe.
Oh yeah.
Because the recipe that you guys know for meatloaf is mine.
It's Kevin's. Well, yeah, it is 90% yours. Yes.
How about chicken a la king?
Oh yeah, chicken a la king is your aunt Isabel?
Is my great aunt Isabel's recipe
that he told me, and he said, "Oh, you got to try to make it, and I think this is how you do it." And I'm like, "Okay, slow down, Sparky.
And
I need a few more details."
Yeah,
he was
taught him.
Yeah, and he was trying to tell me that. And so I remember making it. We were at the other house, and I'm making it in a giant pot, and I'm like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, I hope this is right, and I'm stirring it, and he would come in, and I'm going, does this look right? Does it smell right? And
I'm like, no, you have to do this.
And I'm like, oh my God. I was like making all this stuff and I had no clue.
But I think recently my favorite recipe from Frank is next Saturdays. Is that next Saturdays?
Oh, this one? Yeah, this one coming up, roasted red pepper.
So the roasted red pepper, I think,
I like that one
is my favorite right now. I don't know. Because I changed my favorites.
Oh my God, I'd kill right now to have some of my lasagna. That's all I'm saying.
I know. I really want lasagna too lately.
It's a little arduous to make. Though when I make it, it's in a giant pan and it lasts like forever. So that's the good part of it.
Oh my God, where'd everybody go? There they are. Let's see. When do reservations open up on NCL for specialty restaurants? Wanda, it depends on your... Well, I'm going to tell them the big secret because it does. It depends on your status on the cruise line. So we noticed that Platinum Plus, it opens up sooner.
Well, yeah.
Platinum opens up after that. And then everybody else opens up after that. And it's generally 90 days, I would say. Wouldn't you say 90 days? Mm-hmm. Give or take 90 days. Now, on this cruise that we're going on, it was like 120. We were able to make our reservations before Derek and Greg, I think.
Yes, yeah.
Because they messaged me and they're like, "Oh, we made our reservations." I'm like, "I made it weeks ago. Yeah, what are you talking about?"
We made it weeks ago. We're done and set.
So it's like Michael Hoffman said, Wanda, it's 120 days prior to cruising. So, it must be 120 days and we get it 90 days, maybe. I mean, we get it longer because we get it before everybody else. It seems. Yeah. That travels with us. Like Dave and Darlene. Sometimes they argue with me when I want to book their reservation. They're like, they can't book their reservations. I'm like, yes, they can. They're with us. And that's all I have to say about that. Laura said, I think they should have a specialty restaurant devoted to all of Frank's cooking corner segments on board. Well, it's funny you should say that. One of the things that we want to do, and I don't know if you noticed with our giveaway today, we had some Holland America merchandise included in it. We want to do Holland America, and one of the big draws for us is they have America's Test Kitchen on board, so we could actually do a cooking corner, possibly even film a cooking corner while we're away at sea. I don't know how Frank would feel about that,
dear God.
but it sounds very interesting to me, and we would love to do that. Deborah wants to know, do you guys still take motion sickness medications, or do you get used to motion? We've never taken them.
We carry them with us.
Right.
It is part of the first aid kit. Kevin had to use it on that bad storm that went down the East Coast. He got sick.
That's the only time.
I have never been seasick in my 20 years.
And when I got sick, guys, when I got seasick, the ship was in the middle of two nor'easter storms crossing, and we were in the middle of it. And the ship was going up and down, and the ship was going side to side, and literally in the middle of the night, I was thrown out of bed and into the wall.
It felt like our cabin was breaking apart. And the crew who sails every day, this is what they do. The crew, they were sick.
50% of the crew was down.
That's how bad the storm was.
And the second day, when I finally got the medication in me and we went out, there was nobody out. Yeah. And we actually had one of the senior staff walk up to us and say, "Oh, are you seasoned sailors?" You know, blah, blah. Because we were like, we're hungry. We're looking for something, right?
We didn't eat for 2 days.
And he was surprised that we were out. But so we carry it, and it takes a while for it to kick into your system. Let's see. What's this say here? I can't read that.
Zara Ramos.
Okay.
I saw the video on the Upgrade Advantage, so you guys recommend it. If you can, if you can
avail yourselves of it.
Yeah.
So the biggest issue that we have with the bidding for an upgrade, and it's specific to NCL, or actually some of the other cruise lines are starting to do that now.
Yeah.
So our issue with upgrading is you are never guaranteed you're going to get a wheelchair handicap room.
Right.
So if you need that handicap accessible room, do not do the upgrade. Do not bid for the upgrade. But if you're in a regular cabin and you want to bid for an upgrade, go for it. We know lots of people that have done it. Dave and Darlene have done it. They've won upgrades. I think Michelle won an upgrade. So and it can be very affordable. But remember, your bid is based on double occupancy. Right. So whatever you bid, you're paying twice. So if you bid $100, you're bidding really $200 because it's per person.
Right.
Giancarlo wants to know, how about Southern fried chicken? And you know what? I've made that for you in the frying pan way, way, way back when, and it was really good, but it was a pain in the butt. And it made, I do a mean fried chicken. I don't know if I could do it anymore. So I'm going to tell you.
I remember is that you love to eat fried chicken.
I'm going to tell you what we do now. What we do now, okay? We go to our local grocery store, one of them, Tops Friendly Market, and when they have it available, we get that fried chicken. Or we go to KFC.
Yeah, Tops does a really great.
They really do.
Fried chicken. It's really, really good. And they have it on special. It's a 8-piece, and it's
but
juicy.
We generally don't make fried chicken at home.
No.
Michelle Burke wants to know. Michelle says, gotta go. She has to make a dessert, peach cobbler. Thanks a lot, Michelle.
Oh wow, peach cobbler.
And speaking of peach cobbler, if anybody goes to Q Texas Barbecue on the NCL line, get the peach cobbler. It's the best I've ever had.
Oh, this Saturday, my mother and sister are coming over again because they come over every other Saturday. So they weren't here yesterday, but they'll be coming over. I am making them a blueberry coffee cake with crumb topping. Kevin hates blueberries, so he won't be upset when I send most of it home with them.
No, and I have to tell you, hi Janine, if you're watching, thank you for not stealing my chocolate chip cookies. But Frank didn't tell you about them because when I left, I said, do not tell your sister that there are homemade chocolate chip cookies here.
I didn't because I made my mother and sister.
Because she grabs them. Oh, I'm just going to take, I need one. Oh, I put some in my purse. And then I come home and there's nothing.
Oh, yeah, she lied. I didn't tell her I had made Kevin chocolate chip cookies. But that day they came over a week or whatever ago, I made them an apple cake. Mm-hmm. So they were very happy with the apple cake. It was delicious. And now I'm going to make them the blueberry coffee cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Ziara, how did we decide we were going to say that? I don't know. The one that was asking about the upgrades.
Ziara, you're very popular. Kevin's fascinated with your name. Did they bid the minimum?
No. Generally what we find is you can bid the minimum. You can bid, we always say bid whatever you feel comfortable with. And don't be upset if you don't get it, because you should be happy with the price of the cruise when you booked it. And what you initially booked, you should be happy with it. And so we suggest, though, if you really want a fighting chance to get that upgrade, there's a scale, right?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm doing that right.
The meter.
There's a meter.
The little meter.
There's a meter, and you want to be someplace in the middle, and most people get it.
Not too low, not too high.
Right. If you bid all the way to the high, you're probably going to get it, but you know what? We've had, you might be overpaying, and we've had people say that they've done that and they've not gotten the bid. Because also there's all these other things that you can do, like monitoring your prices and then just calling them. I know Katie will attest to that. Katie Hislop, that's in the room. Mm-hmm. She has a little wrench next to her name, and her name's in blue. She is a moderator for chat today, and we thank you again for that. She very often will call up when she sees a price drop and negotiate an upgrade to the room. I know she's done that I think she did that on the group cruise, right?
Cool.
She moved.
I think so, yeah. Katie, you
moved. But we're not going to tell anybody where she's at.
No, it's a secret.
It's a secret.
Only we know where she is.
I know. And we'll find you, Katie. We'll find you. 'Cause I know. I just need to go sniffing out where the bars are.
Now, Marcia says that I should make crab cakes.
Yeah.
Now, I love crab cakes, Marcia. I do.
Have you ever made them?
I have not made them here at home because, again, I like them and you don't.
Can we get good seafood around here, though?
And that's the thing, is that, I don't know.
I have to get crab.
You know how cheap I am. I won't spend
frozen, maybe.
I guess. But, I do. I think I have a couple of recipes in my book for crab cakes.
I think one time when the guys came over, when we were in the townhouse, we're talking a long time ago, you made a crab dip.
Oh, that's possible.
And I tried it, and then it was okay, but I don't like crab.
Yeah.
Deborah says, "Have you ever sailed on the Cunard ships?" No, we have not, and I do have some feedback though, because I'm opinionated, right? You'll be the first person to tell you, and I'll tell you what I think. For us, Cunard is a little pretentious, maybe.
How do you know that?
Why don't you say that? Well, just by, I don't know if it's pretentious, but the level of guests they get, I feel, have quite a bit more money than we have.
Well, it doesn't make them pretentious. It just makes them richer.
But it's a little more traditional.
Yeah.
And I feel like Frank and I wouldn't be the right fit because
we could be traditional.
No, I'm not getting dressed up every night.
Oh, yeah, hell no on that.
Well, there you go. So, I don't know if we would do it. However, I do have a caveat to this. If we ever do a transatlantic, it will be on Cunard, right? It will be on Cunard. I want to do the Queen Mary or the QE2. What is it called? I don't know.
The QE2?
They have the QE2. They have the Victoria. They have So I would do that. And you know what else I would go on? Because their ships are absolutely gorgeous. And they're kind of like, I put them in the class of Disney. I don't know why I do that. But Cunard does everything to perfection, just like Disney Cruise Line does. That would be my feedback. So I think that they're worth every bit of penny that they charge. We just don't have the money to do it.
Sorry.
It'll be a long time before you see us on there. What's this say? I am also eating a new fruit.
A plum-cot. It's a hybrid plum married to an apricot. Get out!
Oh my gosh. It's an interracial or an intersexual marriage.
No,
what is it?
Interfruit.
Interfruit
It's
marriage.
interfruit.
It's a fruity marriage.
Fruity marriage.
It sounds so interesting.
It is. A plum and an apricot. I can't
what, guys?
I can't even imagine.
Okay, so I love this grape that they have, right? And you
Sierra.
know what?
Hold on, I'm getting confirmation here. You said it right. It's pronounced Sierra.
Thank you.
Hold on, I just had to get
Okay,
that.
so Camille. What does that say?
What? Who? Where? You're pointing. Oh, Camille?
Yeah, Camille. I keep wanting to add an A on everybody's name.
You just keep changing people's names.
So Camille has said that she's trying this new hybrid, blah, blah, blah. And I wanted to let everybody know that up here we have this grape, and I don't know if they have it wherever they are.
Oh,
but they're called cotton candy grapes. They are delicious.
Yeah.
A little expensive, but delicious. And you know what? I might get a small little amount of them.
Yeah.
Small. Yeah, because they're like $4 a pound. Yeah. Do blueberry coffee cake. What's this? Oh, Katie wants a blueberry coffee cake, Frank's cooking corner. You should do that.
Oh my gosh. Nelson Treadway. Now, Nelson and Nancy.
Are we?
We're going to see you guys on the Escape as well.
Michael wants to know, can we bid on an upgrade if we used a travel agent? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
We always get upgrade offers, and we always book with our travel agent. So the answer is yes. But this is the important thing that you want to do. If you are bidding for your upgrade and you have booked with a travel agent, you always want to keep your travel agent in the loop. So if you win that upgrade and your cabin's been moved, they need to upgrade that in their computer system because they will not be notified in most cases. Yeah. What now?
Rob Mayo, do you have a cannoli recipe? I do have a cannoli recipe. I have a cookbook from a very famous Italian bakery here in Rochester.
Is that the Guiderians?
No, not Guiderians. Mangione's Bakery.
Oh, because they're closed.
They're closed, right? So I had that. But
that cookbook is like 40 years old.
Cannoli cheesecake. I've been dying to make the cannoli cheesecake.
One day.
I know. My God, there's just so much dieting time in this house. It's just awful that you can't make all this stuff.
Michelle wants you to do a cookbook. For right now, Michelle, we have all of Frank's recipes. And remember, some of them are mine. But all of Frank's Cooking Corner recipes are on our Cruising with Wheels Facebook page in the photo section.
That's right. If you go to Cruising with Wheels Facebook, click on photo, and the albums will pop up. And there's a lot of albums in there. And if you don't see the album you're looking for, click See All. And all the albums, again, will show. Because that's another thing that I found out that people don't know how to navigate that photo album, and they click photos and they say, well, I only see 3 albums. Well, there's a lot more than 3 albums. So click See All, and you're going to see everything that we have downloaded in Facebook.
So I'm not quite sure what Seabags24 is asking, but they say first-time cruisers found you too and love your channel, I'm assuming. What do you reco? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I don't speak short talk. I mean,
recreation?
I have no
what
idea.
do you do?
Regularly? I'm
when
not
we're not
sure.
cruising? What do we do when we're cruising? You must tell us. While we wait for Seabag's answer for that.
Okay. Cunard here's chamber music, dressing, formal, etc. See, I told you it's pretentious and stuffy.
Oh, no, well, that doesn't. Well, you just equate it to that. It doesn't mean it is.
I want a discotheque and shorts.
Oh my God! And lots of drinks lined up.
Cosmos.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, there we go again with that. There we go again. You sound like Ronald Reagan.
Oh.
Sister has sailed Cunard transatlantic 4 times.
Oh my
gosh. She said it is the only way to go across the pond, and I believe that too. Well, and especially because those ships, Cunard ships, are built very differently than the cruise liner. Yeah. Cruise ships.
I agree. If we were doing a transatlantic,
I
would want to be on the best.
Yeah. I agree. Why Michael wants to know, why do people say that Carnival is a party ship? Would you agree? Now, Michael, I would say yes, it's a party ship. And it is a party ship because Carnival Cruise Line markets it that way. They call their line the fun ships. So I mean,
we've been on
a lot of Carnival cruises,
and
it can get very rowdy, and I mean, I'm all for a good time.
You're all for a good time, but the constant screaming and yelling and the hooting and the hollering and the drinking and the vomiting and the falling down drunk, and that's not for us.
So
we're a little beyond that now.
Yeah, they are party ships. I know we're gonna get a lot of flack for saying that. I know a lot of people enjoy it.
People are gonna say, "Well, I've been on a Carnival cruise and I've never seen that."
Right.
Well, good, but on all the Carnival cruises we've been on,
not all of them,
it's
but
been
almost.
party, hardy, and it's like we say, we don't go to the clubs anymore.
Hi, Amanda. Amanda Graves is here from Lake Tahoe, California. Marcia, no, our group cruise will not be on Disney. Although I'd love to do Disney, they are price prohibitive for us at this point. Unless anybody out there that works for Disney, if they want to sponsor us to go on a Disney cruise, we'd love to. Keep that in mind. Contact me. But for right now, Disney is not in our mix of cruising, although we would love to. Gail Paris has had those cotton candy grapes. She says they're awesome.
Oh, gosh.
And so it does Sierra. Those grapes are great. I get them at Sam's Club. We don't have Sam's Club in our area, Tony, anymore. All the Sam's stores closed.
Really? Henrietta?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. See, I never leave the house. I don't even know what's going on in my own city.
I think they all closed. Jeepers. Everybody was up in arms about it. It was on the news, for God's sake. That's because Frank only watches CNN, Fox, CNBC. He doesn't watch the local. Neither do I.
Oh, no, I don't watch local news. They tell you, as my sister would say, they tell you nothing.
Matt Burns wants to know, does deboarding or debarking the ship take forever? Now, Matt, I'm not sure which you're talking about, whether you're talking about when you're in port and you're getting off the ship or whether you're talking about when the cruise is over. But in both instances, it's going to depend on how big is your ship, how many people are on the sailing, and what port you're going into. But are you disembarkation? Are you going to be self-assist? Are you going to do a certain time?
Right.
Are you a wheelchair user? Are you going to bring your luggage with you? Are you going to get your luggage? There's a lot of factors to that. But generally, I will tell you, on every cruise we've ever been on, they get you off that ship as fast as they possibly can.
They want you off because they got to turn that over for the next cruise.
Right.
So nobody wants you off the ship more than they do.
I'd say an hour and a half to 2 hours, everybody's off the ship.
Yeah.
So it goes very, very quickly. Now, whether or not customs goes that fast is a whole nother story. Because one time we were off the ship in no time. Everybody was off the ship, but that meant everybody was at customs. And it took us like 2 hours to get through customs.
Jen Morris is here in the house. Just got here. Hey, Jen. Better late than never.
Oh, we're going in the bathtub with Auntie Josie. She says she's taking us to the bathtub. Jen Morris. You saw
here we go. Seabag. Sorry, I meant to ask. We are first-time cruisers and hitting Crown Princess in February. Any specific recommendations?
Book a specialty restaurant. Go to the Crown Grill, right? The Crown Grill's Princess, their steakhouse. It's phenomenal. It's worth every penny.
We always say treat yourself
to
at least one specialty restaurant.
And if you like steak, I would say the Crown Grill. 100%. Right? And I can't remember. They're not Jamie's Italian. I can't remember the name of the Italian restaurant. I'm having a
check our video on it.
Watch our playlist.
Go to created playlists and check out Princess food, fee or free.
We might even have a ship tour from the Crown. I don't think we have Crown Princess. Maybe it's Regal. I cannot remember. My brain is a mush.
It says, how can I talk you two into joining our cruise September 6th out of Long Beach?
Well, Jen, you got two problems. One, it took me 4 years to talk him into flying across country so we could go on the Alaskan cruise. And I don't know. And two, you'd have to talk him into going on the Inspiration, which is, I hope you're not handicapped because it's not very handicap friendly. We are going on the Carnival Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Amanda Graves.
Oh, Amanda Graves. Thank you, sweetie. Love you as always.
For the super chat. Plus, when did she say?
September 6th.
I could never go in the beginning of September. Back to school. I don't know if you are if you know I'm a hairdresser. That's my real career. So I would miss out on all my little darlings that have to get ready for school. And all my teachers. I hate those ducks. Everybody keeps going on that about them ducks. Oh, here we go. I caught up.
Sabatini's.
Sabatini's.
Thank you, Sherry.
Oh, I couldn't think of it. It was driving me crazy.
I know. It's like, oh my God, how could we forget these names?
When cruises include drinks, do you think that helps keep more people from overindulging? No. I think if things are free, I think people want to take advantage of it because they think
everybody wants to get their money's worth. But they're in their head, they're calculating, oh my God, I spent all this money and I gotta get my money's worth, and I don't care if I'm gonna be sick, I'm gonna be drinking.
And the last cruise we had, the drinks package was free. I think it was. We were with Dave and Darlene, and
oh yeah.
And on the Jade.
Total waste on me.
And, he doesn't drink. And
I got the drinks package. That's nice.
Well, we got it because, generally I'm counting every penny. I'm going, no, I'm only going to have one Cosmo. I'm only going to, or I'll go, you didn't hear this, guys. I'll go, Darlene, go get me a drink. But I think that people generally don't worry about what they're drinking when it's free, and I think they do overindulge.
Haven't just watched the news.
But
a lot of people falling off cruise ships.
You're not driving the boat, so. Veronica wants to know, guys, does Royal Caribbean offer the Key program, and is it worth it? Yes, Royal Caribbean offers the Key program. We have a video on it. Check it out. It is in the Royal Caribbean playlist. It should be, anyways.
It is. Yep.
And only you can say it's worth it or not.
I know. We get that question a lot.
Yeah, we get that question a lot. Is it worth it? Should I? And you know who you are, who's in the chat room, who we had a conversation about this today. Right. That I just would not commit. I cannot commit to say anything is worth it because your budget is your budget.
Right.
And our budget is ours. We might think it's horrible, but I'm going to tell you, for dollar, when you cost it out, this is one thing that I am going to say is worth it because you get internet, you get internet, you get priority stuff, you're gonna have to watch the video. All the stuff that you get when you calculate it out is pretty much worth the price. If you were gonna pay for it all separately, you would be paying more money.
Okay, so that goes back to our motto of do the math.
You have to do the math and decide if it's worth it for you or not.
But generally, your worth it and our worth it
are two different things.
And their worth it are all different.
Kelly loved Frank's tutorial regarding YouTube page.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of said to him it shouldn't have been a Frank's pushes back because it came out of...
I know. But you know what? I have to tell you that after I did that little pushes back tutorial on how to navigate through the YouTube channel, the comments I was getting from a ton of people on videos that they had never seen, didn't know even existed, and said, oh my God, I just found all of this. And I'm like, you mean all those videos we had, people had no idea. For over 400 videos. They were watching videos and commenting on things way, way, way back.
Faith Moore wants to know, Crystal Seaborn or Cunard? I have no idea. We haven't sailed on any of those. But what I would say, this is what I would say. I would say that Cunard, if you're doing a transatlantic, they do it best. I would say Crystal Cruises if you want to go to more of the normal cruise ports like you would on a cruise line, and Seabourn if you wanted to go to some of the smaller islands that are tucked away, because Seabourn is generally smaller ships. Crystal is also smaller, but they're along the size of a gem, like an NCL gem. But we have no idea because we've never been on any of those lines because they're way out of our price range. Right. What is the recommendation for money at port? US dollars and an amount? We have a video coming out all about how much cruise cash or what's important for cruise cash. Right. But we generally will say that in most cases, if you're traveling, because it's hard to say when you say what money imports, because we don't know if you're going to Europe, we don't know if you're going to Alaska, if you're going to Hawaii, if you're going to Australia,
Caribbean.
So we will say
Norway.
We will say that generally in the ports for the Caribbean ports, Eastern, Western, or Southern, that American dollars US dollars is king. Most of them will also take Canadian and euros and all that. They're willing to take your money. But we also have used our credit cards. But if you're going to use a credit card, make sure it's not the one that's attached to your ship account. And as far as money in port, it's all going to, how much? It's all going to be in what you want to do.
Right.
We generally will have, $50 a day?
We have allocated 30
to 50?
Yeah, a day. And it's to buy souvenirs, stop for lunch if we want.
And all that money is carried over. So if we don't use it, it goes to the next port.
If we buy a cheap Christmas tree ornament and it only costs $10, and we have that extra 20, whatever, that gets carried over to the next day.
Michael Reiki says that he's sure that we're sick of him, and he's sorry, but when are we going on the Mardi Gras? We're going on the Mardi Gras in January of 2021. No, February of 2020.
We're going the end of February.
So many cruises. I know. I get them all confused.
End of February.
Email us. We'll get you the information for that. If you want to know the specific dates. Generally, we don't tell people specific dates until we get closer, because we don't want to make it a group cruise. But it's at the end of February. Sierra says, I think you guys should do a video explaining the different ships of Norwegian if you haven't already. That's a good suggestion. We will keep that in mind. We do have...
Hold on. I must write that down.
Let's see. Amanda Grace says that we should come on the new Carnival Panorama next March. Sorry. Can't. We're already booked on cruises that we have to pay for still. So I want to remind everybody that we pay for all of our cruisers. I want to remind everybody.
Scratch that. We do not pay for any cruisers.
We pay for all of our cruises ourselves. We are not sponsored by a cruise line. If any cruise line is watching that wants to give us a free cruise, you're more than happy to. However, we reserve the right to give our own opinion about that specific cruise, and we will not make it sunshine and roses if it's not.
We are not owned by anybody.
So, Michael Hoffman said, would you choose the Dawn, the Star, the Sun, or the Gem? They're all smaller ships to go through the old locks in the Panama Canal cruise, and have you cruise the Star or the Sun? So, first of all, we would choose any of those ships, okay? The Dawn, the Sun, and the Gem. No, the Dawn and the Gem are identical. The Sun and the Star are similar, but the Sun is closer to size in the respect of the Gem and the Dawn. So the Star is the smallest one. I know, he's totally confused. So the Star is the smallest one, followed by the Sun, and then the Gem and the Dawn are exactly the same. So we have sailed on the Gem twice, and you have sailed on the Sun.
I have
even
been
though
told,
he denies it.
I have been told I sailed on the Sun, which I have no memory of, but that's another story.
It's another story. But yes, we would absolutely choose one of those ships instead of sailing on the Joy or the Bliss through the canal. And if you asked us which one we would pick, we would probably pick the Dawn because, you know, it's been recently redone. It's very similar to the Gem.
Yeah. And we haven't been on
And we
had to cancel her. That was pre-reno.
And the Star, I hear from a client of mine. Actually, no. I heard from Darlene's stepdaughter. They went on the Star last year. And I just have to base it on what they said. It was looking a little tired and felt a little old and run down. So we would probably pick the Dawn or the Gem. We would pick the Dawn first because we haven't sailed on her yet. Followed by the Sun, then followed by the Star, then followed by the Gem is how I would do it. That's what I pick.
Okay.
Done. Cunard Transatlantic classical violin music shows and some jazz. For dinner, many men wear tuxedos every single night, not just official formal nights, and women in cocktail dresses all dinner. See, now that's why I say...
And see, that was like my Costa...
A little stuffy for me.
Costa cruise, my Mediterranean cruise. Everybody, the women were in gowns and the jewelry and the cocktail dresses, suits and tuxedos, and every night it's like, it's a little too much.
Oh, I hate the chat just goes, woof! Sometimes.
Go back down.
Well, where am I? Well, where are we?
And stop.
Okay. I'm mostly curious about the Gem figures, right? Well, Matthew, that's great because, you know, we've been in the Gem twice. And
we love her.
We love the Gem. Actually, my coworker that I called out earlier about not booking her reservations was on the Gem to Bermuda. And, you know, we have a playlist. Don't we have a playlist about the Gem?
Yes.
We were on the Gem. We have a vlog where we vlogged during the trip. Go check it out.
Go, click. Created playlists. You will find it.
Which cruise line is your choice for Hawaii? Barbara wants to know. Well, first off, I'm sorry that I missed Liz's question. We'll go back to it. And we've not cruised to Hawaii, so I'm not quite sure. I would probably try to convince Frank to do a Carnival cruise to Hawaii or a Princess, because I believe Princess also leaves from LA. And then there's like 4 or 5 days at sea. You do 5 islands and then 4 or 5 days back. Then we would fly into LA. Because the flights for us to get from New York State to Hawaii are outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because we've never gone to Hawaii. I don't think it's in the cards for us. And frankly, for me, if we were going to cruise in Hawaii, we would skip right over it and go to Tahiti. Right?
If I had a choice, that would be it. Yes, I would pick that.
So let's go back up to Liz. Which cruise line do you recommend for a 7 to 10 day cruise to Canada and New England? Now, that's an interesting question because we have not done Canada and New England yet.
This is our first.
But all the cruise lines go to Canada, New England. So
we'll be there 49 days.
You just have to do your research on it and find out the right price for you and the right fit for you.
Right.
And book it and give it a try. We've never done it, and we're really excited to do it. I've heard good things about NCL. I've heard good things about Princess. I've heard good things about Holland. They also do it. So those would probably be the ones I would start with. I know some of the other lines do it as well. So if you have got a favorite cruise line, just pick it and go.
Now, Michelle F. said, why can't you use the same card? I'm assuming she's referring to what we said, use a different credit card. Well, you can use.
You can, but we don't suggest
we found out personally that
the hard way
that might be problematic if you're not paying attention.
Or so there's 2 reasons why we say don't use the same card on shore as the card that's attached to the cruise ship account. The first reason and foremost is if there's fraud on your account. So once you get off and you charge something, if somebody's stolen your credit card number and is having a grand old time and the credit card company shuts down your account, you're going to be screwed.
Right. When the cruise line is trying to hit that credit card for payments before you disembark, and it's considered a dead card.
And then the second reason would be that you're going and doing stuff on the ship and you're buying stuff and you're going to this restaurant and you're buying drinks and you're having a grand old time, and maybe you're not keeping track of what you've spent there. And then you go off and you maybe find a little piece of jewelry and you buy it, and then you're like, oh crap.
Yeah. Now, obviously you're on the ship and you're monitoring your account. Like, we monitor our account every day. And so you're like, okay, that's what I've spent. That's what I've spent. That's what's going to be on my credit card, at the end of the cruise. Well, if you use that same credit card out on the island, let's say in St. Thomas at a jewelry store, I'm just saying, and it didn't dawn on you that purchase you made on that piece of jewelry was also going to be on the same credit card your cruise was going to be charged to. What if you're over your limit? Hello.
So, so I hope that answers your question.
So we recommend a separate credit card for your ship purchases account and just another card to tool around wherever you go in port.
So Tony Wilson, I don't know where it went, but she had mentioned that there are no casinos on the NCL ship for Hawaii. And I'm going to tell you, all you Hawaii cruisers, when you're cruising Hawaii, there's no casino gambling because there's no gambling in Hawaii.
Sorry.
So the ships can't allow gambling while you're on the ship unless you're traveling from LA and from, those sea days, they'll open their casino, right? But once you get into the waters of Hawaii, no more gambling. So doesn't matter if there's a casino on that ship or not. You're not gambling while you're in Hawaii. I didn't have any trouble, but I did get my doctor. Okay, so Julie was addressing a question that I also saw up there. Is it hard to get travel insurance when you have a disability? And the answer is simply no. We get travel insurance every time. You just have to get the right travel insurance for you.
Right, it's all different.
It's all different. And
it's based on what you need to be covered based on your particular situation.
Oh, look, it's Big G and
Snuggles.
What's up? Kylie wants to know, can you put cash on your cruise card? And the answer is yes. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
We actually did that in the instance when we went over our credit limit because I bought the freaking ring.
Thank God I won money in the casino on a slot machine. You know, had it in my little envelope in my bra here. And of course I had to pull that out and say, all right, here you go. Take it down to guest services and please put that on the account. I don't want to have a sleepless night that we're not going to get a bill at the end of this cruise. You know, when they don't slip it under the door or in your mailbox, that means you got a problem.
Right.
So I was a little nervous. Thankfully, that morning of disembarkation, that bill was underneath the door with a 0. You owe 0. I was like, yes. All right, let's get off the ship now.
Stop texting me. You know who you are. You're here in this room. So, and Big Schnuggles wants to know if we have any info on the Carnival Panorama. I don't know what you're looking for as far as information. We have some, but not right here because we're down in the studio. So any question that you have about that, you can just message us or email us, and I'll be happy to find out what you're looking for. John Carlos said, how about health insurance for traveling? Well, your travel insurance that you purchase is like your health insurance for traveling. That's why we say it's important to look at what's covering, what right. What coverage is included. But your normal health insurance,
right?
I mean, I can't tell you if it covers you while you're traveling. It won't cover you on a cruise ship, I'll tell you that much, right. Because the cruise lines don't take health insurance.
Now,
and some health insurance plans don't cover you in foreign countries.
Right. Now, we're cruising New England and Canada, so we're going to be in Bar Harbor, Maine. We're going to be in Portland, Maine. So if I had an issue and had to be airlifted to a hospital in Portland, Maine, I'm covered by Medicare.
No.
No, I'm not covered.
No.
Because I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
even though it's the United States.
Airlifting is not covered.
No, I'm not talking about airlift. I'm talking about I'm in the hospital.
But that's what you said.
No. I'm airlifted and I'm in a hospital in Portland, Maine.
Your airlifting is not going to be covered.
Right. I don't care about the airlifting. I know that's not covered.
I do, because that's a lot of money.
Well, you're screwed. I'm just saying. I'm in a hospital.
But we can't answer that for them because it's going to depend on their insurance.
I know, but I'm just saying for me, like right now, I want to know.
You'd be covered in a hospital in America.
Yes.
You'd be covered in a hospital probably in Canada because Canada is free healthcare. But you're not covered in
Haiti.
You're not covered. Medicare doesn't cover anything.
No, I know. Right, exactly.
But you don't just have Medicare. You have a health plan. So we'd have to look into it, which I often do before we leave.
These are things that people want to know.
Yeah. I mean, but we can't answer a lot.
No, because there's so many, again, like everything else, there's so many variables that exist.
So Big Schnuggles wants to know about the new overhaul to the Carnival Panorama. I don't know anything about an overhaul to the Panorama because it's a brand new ship. So I don't know why they're overhauling it. Maybe you know something we don't know. So just let me know if you know something. South Diver just got back from Bar Harbor cruise, and it was amazing. Amazing.
Good to know.
Too bad you're going to miss Bar Harbor.
Too bad I'm not going to be able to go. Take lots of pictures, please.
Dallas Cruiser said this is the first time that they ever tuned into a live chat, and I skipped many questions, so this will probably be my first and last live chat with you. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay. When you've got 150 plus people rolling through the chat, it's hard to get everybody. What question did you have? Is it further down?
No. This is
are we
as far
current?
down as we're
okay,
current.
so we're current.
So I'm sorry. If you have allergies, bring all of your medications, including your EpiPen. Yes, we always say that. Gail Parrish wants to know how the babies are, and they are asleep, and they probably have to go potty soon. Catherine says you would not be covered by Canadian health insurance.
Okay.
Except the last time I was in Canada, I was.
Oh.
They did me for, a doctor saw me, it was free, I didn't have to pay anything. I don't know who paid it, because they didn't even ask for my medical card.
They just take anybody.
Yep. Give and tell, has any new information been revealed about NCL's newest class of ships?
Are you referring to the Leonardo class? I know you are, right, Gavin?
Yeah, he's referring to the Leonardo class, and we don't have any more information than anybody else has on that just yet. NCL's being a little shady with us guys lately, so
yeah, let's just say that we'll see
how things go.
We're still on the blacklist with NCL. Bye, Amanda.
Bye, Amanda. So I'm here. You, Aunt Josie. I'm here. You missed many questions, or mine, but I'm still here. Well, thank you. I mean, we can only keep up with the chat so fast, and I'm looking at the questions. Here's Dallas's question that he's probably upset about.
Any news on the new NCL terminal in Miami that they're building, which looks absolutely beautiful?
No, they really haven't released much information about that.
No, you see the pictures of it going up.
You've seen the pictures and you've seen the renderings probably that were in our video. And that's about all we have from that. They kind of have said that it'll be ready by the launch of the Encore, but they're not guaranteeing anything. So that's about all I know about that. And I think, no, that's RCL that's doing that. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line is also building a new.
So these people got money.
Yeah, they got all of our money, all of us cruisers' money. Let's see. I don't know if I go back again. We might see something else that we didn't answer. Cruise card. Jam, yeah, got that.
Oh, now you're really going way back.
Yeah, I went way back. I only see a few things we missed. Oh, wow. Everybody's got opinions. Have you guys ever gone on a repositioning cruise or have any comments about them? That's from Gayla McDonald. And yes, we have. We did our repositioning cruise on the NCL Jade. We started in New York and we ended in Florida. And it was a wonderful cruise. We loved it. I would do a repositioning cruise again in a heartbeat. I really don't know what else to comment about it other than you have to plan correctly, knowing that you're not going to do a round-trip flight. Right. You're going to do 2 one-way flights if you have to fly. And if you think that you don't have to fly, if it's repositioning, you're going to have to. Because if you drive, let's say, if we drove to the New York City port, we would end the cruise in Florida. So when it was repositioning, so
that would be a problem.
Gotta get home somehow. So that would be the only thing. South Diver wants to know, why do we think we're being blacklisted from NCL? One reason is they didn't want to be included in the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Another reason is they don't respond to my emails anymore. And I don't know. We'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
I just don't get a good feeling like they want to deal with us anymore. So
yes, we've
they
been
don't
blackballed.
they don't like that we tell the truth.
Yeah, that's the thing. When they tell you they want you to remove a video that they don't like, and they try to censor you for speaking the truth, and we don't do that, it's too bad. So if you don't want to participate and you're going to hold a grudge and you don't want to throw us a couple of T-shirts, a keychain, or whatever, when we brought you $500,000 in booking money for the group cruise in January of 2020, well then, NCL, I don't know what to say to you. It sounds like you're pretty petty.
So,
oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Maybe they'll want me to take this video down. Pushes back.
Oh God. Going on the first cruise to Alaska on the NCL Joy at the end of the month, and we've been very helpful. Thank you.
That's good to hear.
We loved Alaska. It was a great cruise. I highly suggest anybody to do that. Big G Snuggle says, Kev, you're looking a little trim. Isn't Big Frank up to baking the wicked desserts for you? Unbelievable. Come on, Big Frank. Well, thank you. Oh, look, I'm unbuttoned.
And every time I'm like, oh, here's another dessert or whatever, somebody on Facebook goes, but isn't he diabetic? Yes, he is.
and I don't seem to gain weight.
No, he does not.
And I don't seem to lose weight.
He does not.
I kind of stay the same. But I've been getting that a lot lately. People have been saying, oh, you lose weight. I'm like, no, I'm not. Stop saying it, because I weighed myself actually today, and I weigh the same that I did last year and the year before and the day before and the week before.
Oh, stop bragging.
I'm not bragging. I'm just saying the truth. And I absolutely love you, Brian Torpy. And I think it's Brian Torpy.
Okay, yes.
And I'm going to ask Brian a question. So he said, Dallas, here lie the answers to all of your questions. Google. You're welcome. Thank you, Brian. But Brian, I grew up with a Torpy.
Oh.
And I grew up with one of my mom's friends was I think her name was Pat Torpy, and she was actually a singer. Do you like how I said that? She was a singer. She was.
Is that like I say buttons?
Buttons. So she was a singer, and she used to sing this song. And I can't remember all of the words, but it went, I love little puppy dogs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know that song? Mm-hmm. She sang that song. I grew up with those kids.
Wow.
I grew up with her kids, and she was a great lady, and I want to know if he's related to Pat Torpy.
Oh, goodness.
Who was a singer.
Yes. Oh, my God.
So...
Oh my goodness! Now, I want to. Aaron Reiki. Why are repositioning cruises cheaper?
Because you start in one place, you start in one port, and you end up in a totally different port. And so, not a lot of people don't want to book them. I think people are afraid, generally, that aren't seasoned travelers, to have the challenge of leaving from one embarkation port and ending in a completely other port, and they can't wrap their heads around, we're starting in one spot and ending in another spot, and how am I going to get home, and how am I going to do this? And so I think that's why they're less expensive. I don't know. Other than that, no, it's not a Cosmo. They always ask that question.
Big G says nothing wrong with positive, truthful criticism. Big Frank, give them the Queen's wave. Yeah, I'm going to give them something, and it ain't going to be the Queen's wave. I can give them something else to wave at.
Have a good night, Katie.
Bye, Katie. But question, Kylie. Now, Australian. And traveling Sydney to New Zealand.
Oh,
I know.
I'd love to do that.
Yes, we would. Any tips? Well,
I have a tip.
Okay.
I have a tip.
We wish we were with you.
We have not done Australia and New Zealand. We would love to. We would love to. And my big tip would be, I want you, if you're not already, subscribed to Scott Singer Cruises on YouTube.
Oh, right.
Go to his YouTube and subscribe. And also go to his Facebook group and join that. Scott is a good friend of ours, and he recently did Australia,
right.
And I think he did New Zealand.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cruising all over the place.
Right.
I can't even keep up with him anymore.
And Gavin Till, Gavin and Jamie, the first cruise, Sydney to Auckland, New Zealand.
Yeah.
They loved it.
I really wish we could do that. Sierra said that the smaller ships usually do the repositioning cruises, or do they all? So it was a question, because I was just going to say, don't tell them that, because the answer is almost all of the cruise ships do repositioning cruises, whether it's a Panama Canal when they're moving the ship, whether it's like the Bliss, okay? Mm-hmm. When the Bliss came across,
right,
it went across and did a transatlantic in New York, and then stopped in New York, and they couldn't do. There's a law. You can't go from one spot in the United States to another spot in the United States without stopping in a foreign country. So they actually didn't do a cruise from New York down to Florida.
No passengers.
There were no passengers. Right. And then they did Florida through the Panama Canal, and this was all repositioning, and that's a gigantic ship. Yeah. And Matt Burns wants to know, ever get a new wheelchair?
Oh, no.
No, I tried. One of my customers brought one in. She works at the place where we would get it, and they got this in, and it was a really great deal. But I just didn't like it, and I didn't think Frank would like it. And did I ever bring it home?
No.
It was weird. It folded in half, and then it folded in half again. It was bizarre. But
well, that doesn't sound very sturdy.
There was a Pat Torpy, different spelling, where I grew up in Rochester, and she was a teacher. She also sang in the church choir, but never heard of her being a professional singer, so not sure. Yeah, the Torpy is actually, I believe, it's hard to remember that far back, but I think it was spelled Torpey. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to ask my mother.
There we go.
No,
Karen Takasui? Oh, I hope I said your name right.
Karen Takesue?
Well, that would be the easiest way to say it, but I bet you that's not how you say it. But Karen wants to know, have you ever done a back-to-back cruise?
No, he won't let me.
Why is this on me?
Because I want to do one.
What? Well,
I've tried.
We've tried to work it out.
We've tried
several times.
It's never quite worked right. So the answer's no.
Not yet.
But we're gonna.
Never say never.
Never say
but
never.
So far, we have not.
You know what I'm looking for, guys? I'm looking for a 5-day and a 5-day to make it 10 days, right?
Right.
And I'm looking for different ports on both cruises. And it's just, or I'm looking for 2 different ships, or 2 different cruise lines.
Right.
I'm trying to make it hard.
A 5 and a 7, or whatever it is. But
And then there's, this is the problem, Mr. Budget. That's the problem.
Someone's got to be in control, people. You can't be all willy-nilly with the money you don't have. So you can't have a champagne taste and a beer budget.
So Sierra said, speaking of the Bliss, how was Starbucks? She heard they remodeled it.
Oh, really?
I don't know if they remodeled it on the Bliss. I haven't heard that. I heard that they added Starbucks to other ships. They remodeled the Starbucks on the Joy. But I hadn't heard anything about the Bliss. On the Bliss, it was beautiful, and the Starbucks was Starbucks. It tasted exactly the same as it does here. Except we really wouldn't know because we don't buy Starbucks here.
Oh, we were we were
when we were on the ship, we bought one every day.
We did. Yes, we did. And Karen said I pronounced her name correctly. Thank you. Takasui.
Like a suite.
Have we, Big G wants to know, have we stayed in the Haven yet? No, never. If you cruise on Carnival and stay in Havana Cabana Suite, you get priority boarding. Oh, I'm sure if it's the same as.
Yeah, you would get priority boarding if you stay in a suite. It doesn't matter if it's a Havana Cabana or if it's a regular suite. That's just a different type of suite they have on some of their ships. We haven't stayed in the Haven yet. We probably never will. It's cost prohibitive for us because we want to cruise more often.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we would really take advantage of the Haven amenities.
I like to be out in the ship. I want to be out with the people. I don't want to be in the Haven or the Havana Cabana secluded with, my own lounge and my own this and my own little. I want to be out there.
Did we miss one of your questions, Karen?
What? Where? What?
The other thing that's difficult about this particular live stream that we're doing today is this is the first time we've live streamed from the studio, and the computer's in a different position, and it's hard for us to see, and we've been tweaking it, and we've been trying to figure it out, and then of course the whole freaking thing blew up in the beginning, and so it kind of gets you off on your game. So we're trying. Seems like the Virgin could do that 5-and-5 configuration. I've chatted with them a little bit. We're talking to them about a possibility of filming the ships. We were offered to film on the inaugural of the Scarlet Lady, but it doesn't coincide with our schedules, and I just can't do it. So we had to pass on that.
See, that's the problem, is that when we get these offers,
sometimes we can't take advantage of it.
It's like, well, I know, I can't go, and if you don't work, we don't get money to pay our bills, and it's like, well, I could fly in for one day. It's like, okay, well, now that's costing us airfare for you to fly. So like nobody's paying for us to like fly there. No one's paying for the, as my sister would say, you don't make money sitting in the chair. And so if he doesn't have any clients in the chair and he's, whatever, then we can't pay our bills. So nobody's funding us. So, no ticking, no laundry. Nobody works, nobody gets money to pay bills. So a lot of these opportunities we have to pass on because we just can't go. And it's not like I can go, well, you're working, so I'll go. That can't happen. So that's the sad part.
Galen McDonald wants to know, do you guys always book your shore excursions through the cruise line, or do you think booking independently is a better value? Well, I'll tell you that booking independently is a better value, but we feel the risk outweighs the value, in my opinion. You're protected a couple of ways by booking with the cruise line rather than if you're booking independently. And one of the reasons why we always book our shore excursions through the cruise line is if the excursion is running late, the ship will wait for you. If the ship does not wait for you, the cruise line is responsible for getting your ass to the next port, and they pay for it. If you book it through an independent provider and the excursion's running late, and say you're the only 2 or 4 people that are on that excursion, the ship is not going to wait for you, and they're going to go, and then you guys have to figure out how you're going to get there on your own.
Can you imagine me on the dock in my wheelchair crying? That ain't no good luck.
So we don't do that. Now, the exception to the rule always is we book through an agent, and we use cruises.com. If you want our agent, just simply reach out to us through email and we'll send it to you, her information. But once you level up in status with cruises.com, you get shore excursion credits that if you're going to use them, you have to use them through cruises.com's shore excursion department that are independent providers, but they've been vetted by cruises.com. and they seem to always be within the time frame where you're not worried that the ship's going to take off without you. That would be the only way we would do it.
I mean, it depends on how adventurous you are, but I wanna quickly. Matt Burns has a question, and again, before I go into that,
Isn't he our winner?
I want to say congratulations to Matt Burns, today's winner of our live stream swag bag giveaway drawing. So again, congratulations to Matt Burns.
And thank you, Jenny Hess, because I think that's who I'm talking about. Don't Turn the Corner by Pat Torpy.
Oh. But Matt Burns wants to know, ever fly in the day of a cruise? And the answer to that is yes. When we sail out of New York City, or maybe New Jersey,
or Boston,
because we're here in New York, in upstate New York, it is only like 45-minute hour flight. So yeah, we will fly in and we will sail out the same day.
That is the only case.
But when we're doing upstate New York and we're sailing out of Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or whatever, we will always fly in one day earlier and stay overnight in a hotel.
Yeah, we generally will not. Like this cruise coming up, we're flying in the day of.
Yeah.
But I'm the day of. Yeah. But never. I would never. No. Once or twice I've gone, gee, this is a really good price. Can we do it? And then reality sinks in, and I go, nope. Because if we miss a flight, we're missing that cruise.
Right. Not happening. So no. Wendy Williams, have you two ever considered hosting a group tour? You guys would be a riot. I know it's a lot of work, maybe after retirement, Kevin. You want to be a tour guide?
Well, we're doing a group cruise, Wendy, and we're doing group tours on that, and it's a lot of work.
I'll be a group tour guide. I'll be rolling in my wheelchair with my cattle prod. Let's go! And I'll be poking everybody.
So when you deal with large groups of people, I don't know if you ever heard the expression, but it's like herding cats. If you've ever seen like 5 cats in a room and you're trying to get them all together, it's impossible.
Well, that's why you need a cattle prod.
So I don't know if we'd ever consider selling group tours or doing group tours, but we're definitely throwing our hat in the ring for group cruises. And then, pockets of areas we'll do tours with. But
speaking of the group cruise, and again, our group cruise is going to be on the NCL Encore, brand new Encore, being built, and it's January 19th through the 26th of 2020. And we just got a report from NCL Corporate. So we have, again, 57 cabins booked, 114 people will be with us. And as of this report, because final payment is due, those of you who are with us on the group cruise, I'm talking to all you guys, final payment is due September 21st. So you got to make that payment. And,
only 35% of you are paid in full.
Yeah, we have 20 out of the 57 cabins are currently paid in full. So you've got from now until September 21st to get the final payment in, just to let you know. There, I said it.
So we have to kind of wrap this up because the puppies have to go out.
Yes, it is potty time for the puppies because we keep them on a very strict schedule.
Everybody knows it's potty time. That's a Gloria Stefan song.
Oh, gosh. It's so crazy.
Oh, God. So, anyways, guys, we want to thank everybody for sticking around during the live stream. We want to say sorry for the ones that didn't get answered. We were doing our best. And I don't know. What else we want to say?
Well, we want to remind everybody
to always
travel safe
and to cruise often.
We'll miss you. We'll see you next Sunday, August 11th, where we will be doing the big grand prize drawing along with 6 additional secondary prize packages of our swag bag giveaways sponsored by many of the cruise lines out there.
All right, so we'll see you guys then. Travel safe and cruise often.
Bye. Love you.